I have like 126 items in my unsolds. So I'm currently dealing with the nightmare that is eBay unsold listings.
Damn.
I hate it so much.
Unsold? So, let's talk about my unsold procedure. I need to load the chat really
Yeah, I
quick.
need to do that also.
So this might sound
The title to the show.
huh?
The
What?
title to the show today. I just pulled it up and saw this. Oh, this is crazy. I just met you. Leave me alone. I want a t-shirt that says that.
Merch, shirt.
I just met you. This is crazy. Leave me alone.
Dude, something's.
Uh,
What is going on? It's getting some weird feedback there. Okay, so we got the. Okay, what were we talking about? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Damn.
Oh,
The
eBay
topic.
unsold listings.
Oh, this is crazy. I just met you. Leave me alone.
Like my motto. Oh my gosh, we saw her on the internet. Hi. She can't hear though.
How are you?
But hi.
How are you?
We're good. I hope we get to see you this weekend.
I can't hear you.
Yeah.
They're coming in this weekend, so we'll see them.
Oh, that's perfect. Great.
We never get to see her on the internet. She's gonna be mad.
We want to not.
Oh, do you want me to leave this?
Yeah, leave that open. Yeah.
Do you remember to close this?
I'll close all that. What are we talking about? The
eBay unsold listings.
Okay, so do you go through and do sell similar and delete your ended listings?
It depends. If it's something that has 3 or more watchers, I relist it. If it has less than that, I do sell similar.
I always create a new listing, no matter
Really?
what.
Even if it has watchers, you don't feel like it does any?
Nope. I feel like if they've been watching it for fucking 30 days, it doesn't fucking matter. So
that's probably fair.
Refreshing the listing will probably get you more watchers in the end. It could possibly do that. Can you see my quality? It looks hyper potato for me. Like it's
it's a little grainy, but it's not any worse than usual, really.
Oh yeah, I'm really bad. Hey, Millennial Mouse. Who's in here? Millennial Mouse. Oh, Bang Bang. Lulu's here. Lulu. Lulu. I want some apples. Lulu. You want some too? So, yeah, today I did about 500 on eBay, which is
not great for you.
No, it's not great for me. But you know what? I'm on my own, so it's actually pretty good. The building and the electricity and everything cost me $100 a day, and cost me $100 a day.
Damn.
Okay, but you know what comes with that? The ability to acquire. Way more than $100 a day.
But are you acquiring yet?
I'm not acquiring based on the location, but I will be. My deadline for acquisition through the space was July 1st, and I'm definitely going to hit that. So that was like 6 months into my lease. I was like, it's summer, right? So I'm just going to, on the board, I'm going to be like, I buy Chacos, I buy Gabrielli, I buy Coach, I buy Burberry, I buy Gucci, I buy Prada. I'm just going to put all the brands that I want to buy, and I'm only going to buy apparel, accessories, and like bags and stuff. I'm not going to buy anything else through the store. I'm not going to buy electronics. I'm not going to buy gold. I'm not going to buy anything.
Too much testing and.
It's too much crack.
Too much crap, for sure.
I don't want to be a pawn shop.
No.
I live in a neighborhood that's, it's affluent, but I feel like that affluence is in those type of items.
Yes.
So yeah, I've been trying to figure out. So I kind of went through and changed the back room to my office, but I think I'm going to change that around again. I'm going to turn my office into more warehouse space, and I'm going to turn the front room. I'm just going to make it my office. It's just very, very easy because I'm using it as my office anyway right now because I don't need to use the back room because there's nobody working in the middle room. So I'm going to turn the middle room back into my office and the intake room, which was the original plan. And I was going to use the way far back room as inventory and stuff, but I'm actually going to turn that back into the listing room and with the light cube and the light cubes and the fashion setup. I think I need to hire another contractor, which always sucks. It's never good.
Is it because
people start out
vetting?
bad?
Yeah.
Just people start out bad.
You start from a very low point, and you've just got to have faith that
you just got to chip away at that marble until you find Da Vinci's dick. Like David's wiener.
Da Vinci's dick. That's the name of the next show. Tune in to watch Da Vinci's dick.
Da Vinci's dick. Salvatore Mundi with cock.
This is what you guys watch for. This is what you ask for. This is what you want.
You
We're just providing it.
Vinny Vidi Vici.
Vinny Vidi Da Vinci's dick. That should have been the name of the show.
I could change it.
Oh
God,
I'm tired.
Why does everyone I feel like we have so much fun, and it's like, oh, here. I feel like we have so much fun, and sometimes we provide good information, and then Bobby talks about working under the bridge.
Who knows? I don't. You know what? Can I be totally honest with you? I wasn't paying attention at all the other night. I have no clue what he was talking about, except he kept trying clothes on. Other than that,
well, whenever there's a new girl on, he gets all bonery.
All excited.
So funny.
He's like Hazel when someone comes over the house. When you have a kid and someone comes over and they're like, "Look at this thing! Look, I have this, and look, I have this too. And did you see I have one of these? And look what this does." That's what Rob is like whenever a girl comes on the channel.
Have you seen my wiener?
Look what I can do.
Look, I can touch my tongue with my nose.
Look. And look, there he is too. Hi, Rob.
It doesn't happen any other way. I feel like the show last night was it was really fresh. It was on point and it was really funny. And
Valerie joined, so it was nice to have a fresh blood.
Yeah, we always like the fresh blood. All right, I'm gonna. No. We need so the thing is we need Bobby to sit in the background and talk so that we can actually work.
But we need the possibility to mute him when we want to.
Why can't I mute him anymore? Because it's really part of my shtick. If I can't mute Rob,
I couldn't either. I don't know why.
I don't know why I can't mute Rob, but it's really important that I can mute him because it really makes me feel important.
And that's what this is all about.
Well, I started this channel so people would listen to me talk. And somehow you've been along for this ride. Oh, I just sold something. Oh, I just sold some. Ooh, an Olympics pearl quarter. Let's see if we can get to 600. Let me look at where I am right now. Hold up. Poshmark. Poshmark is so, dude, it's so funny. I love when people model their own shit. It is so funny to me. I'm just like, oh my God, this is fucking hilarious.
How?
These are cute.
Yeah.
Poshmark's awesome because there's tons of cute people.
There is.
The average eBay seller is rough.
This is 150 years old.
I know the average the average eBay seller farts dust and drinks like malto meal.
I
Farts
mean,
dust. 495.18. Ooh. Yesterday we did 800. Today we did 495.18. Yuck.
it happens.
It happens.
It happens.
No, dude, I had $177.81 on Saturday. That was Saturday the 16th. Then on Monday, June 4th, $222. Saturday, June 2nd, $225. And Saturday, May 26th, $186.76. But the beautifulness of that shit is I just hit 20K on eBay for the first time in a 30-day period. Pretty sweet.
That is good.
Dude.
All right. I have a question.
What?
I have this extremely high-end coat.
Coat.
A brand called Eskandar.
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 Iskander.
Like Iskander? Is that the proper way? Okay.
Iskander.
It's a wool silk Persian coat.
Is it wool or silk?
It's wool silk blend.
Ooh, that sounds voluptuous.
It's ugly as shit, but you know, the whole brand is really ugly. I've had this thing forever. I bought it for like $7, right? Like, I paid nothing for it. I can't fucking sell it.
Put that shit on auction for $7. Fuck it.
That would kill me if it sells for $7. So I don't know if I should.
Who cares? Just get rid of that shit.
I know, but it's worth more than that.
No, it's not.
My
If nobody
question
buys
is,
it,
why
isn't worth shit.
isn't
Like
it
you could
selling?
plant, like okay, sew it up in a
I know
circle
that
and
you're
put
right.
dirt in it and plant fucking tomatoes in it.
I know that you're right. I don't know if I should do that or if I should try sending it to like the Real Real.
Not gonna sell the Real Real either. The Real Real is.
The Real Real's gonna sell it for $100, and then I'll get like 30.
Exactly. So why not just fucking put it at auction and fucking call it good? Somebody's gonna get it for like $18, and they're gonna leave you positive feedback, and you're gonna double your money.
They probably won't. They'll probably leave negative.
Well, you know, you're kind of salty, so
They're gonna want to return it.
Mighty Mushroom Show. Hey, let's I'm gonna go live on Instagram too.
Why?
For fun.
For
Jeez, I
attention.
didn't do my live Instagram video today. I'm so bad at doing live.
I have not tried ThreadUp.
Look at my new phone holder bopper.
It looks very 1980s.
Well, that's when I was born. That's where I'm. Oh, my phone just died.
I mean, it's a good look.
What?
It's a good look.
Don't,
The 80s.
Don't talk to me like I'm some kind of thing.
I haven't tried ThreadUp Lux. I've tried regular ThreadUp, and it's a piece of garbage on fire.
There's so many garbagey apps and garbagey platforms. Parm. Ooh, that would be a good one. Parm Garb. Ooh, I have 73 news. Ooh, somebody shared my entire closet. Their name is Fit to Flifler.
Okay, so here's the coat. I want to show it off.
All right, let's see the fucking coat.
It's got like a.
That is royally sacked.
Oh wait, it gets so much worse.
It looks like horse balls.
Look at the arm. It has armpit
have it for
holes.
sale for. It's disgusting.
It's horrid.
Yeah, it looks like you're supposed to like. That's the ear hole or the bang hole.
At first, I was like, "What is this for?" And apparently, some very high-end garments have armpit holes.
So you can release your pheromones.
So you can like let your stink flag fly.
It's the pheromones. You gotta release them pheromones.
It's so ugly.
Yeah, somebody shared my entire closet. Their name is Fliff to Flurf. Simply Sally shared my entire closet too. Jeez. I'm getting tons of shares. People are sharing my shit, but nobody's buying my shit.
Well, it takes time.
It takes time. I don't like taking time.
Well, then don't do it anymore. Stop doing question marks. Delete your account. Delete your account and throw your phone out the window. Don't do it anymore.
No.
Don't do it.
What? I've been selling shit on the internet for like my entire life. So I already know that it takes time. You gotta do the thing, the dance with the wiggy wiggy. You gotta get the records out. You gotta go wicka 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 wicka. You gotta pull out the beverages. You need beverages.
You need to wine and dine a little bit.
Wine, at least. I'm really good at that.
Amen.
Don't fuck with me, Kayla. Don't fuck with me right now. I am aggro today, and you're fucking.
What else is new?
Are you saying that I'm generally aggro?
All right, I'm putting this at auction.
Good, finally.
But I'm doing it at $14.99.
Oh shit!
Because I want to double my money.
You're the cheapest bastard ever. Sometimes.
I really am.
You really are.
I really am. I know.
I know. You are
all right,
cheap
fine.
as shit.
I'm gonna do it at $6.99 then. Will that make you happy?
No, I want you to do it for $11.42. Let's do it for 11.
I even had returns on this. I have returns checked on it.
Can I show you a sexy hat? Do you want to see a sexy hat?
I'm sure it's amazing.
I want everyone in the chat to pay attention to me. And I want to show you this sexy hat. Look at that. Look at that. That is pure. Oh, that's not the right way. I mean, that is from the Beast. It looks like it says Mikey.
It does look like it says Mike.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy it.
Old shit. This is like pre-1982. And they like sewed that shit in there. Those are like loomed stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like the early Nike stuff was made in the United States. They had some cool shit, man. They really did. I don't know if this is funny because it says USA, but it was made in Taiwan. I have to list all this shit right here, right now. I'm like at this point. Challenge Court. I don't know if you guys know about Challenge Court, but Challenge Court can rock your snocks. Let's look at some Challenge Court comps. What do you think?
I don't care.
Let's do Bolos. Nike Challenge Court. Can you see this?
Yes, I can.
You don't be talking. Don't be talking.
Okay.
Price.
I won't.
Look. These Agassi pants.
Jesus Christ. Why?
Look. Smack dab in the ass. Look at that. We got the look at it. It's got like the Lycra shit built in. I mean, oh my god, this shit is bad. Like, I don't know if that's for a dude or not a dude. But look at this hype. I've got a piece I'm about to pop on, and I think it's like not for real. You know
what are you gonna list it for?
$8 million.
I dare you.
Oh, dude, you want to see? Because I have okay, let me grab a Challenge Court and we'll do it. We're gonna list it for $8 million right now. Let me find one.
You have to.
I'm serious. I'm about to list it for $8 million.
I mean, I just listed my $400 coat for $6.99. So.
Yeah, but you think you're cooler than me. All right. Let's All right. 8 million.
That's gonna take up so much of your money that you can use, though, isn't it?
I have $1 billion limit.
Oh. I have like 75,000.
No. No.
I do.
I'll prove it to you.
I said I do. I have
don't-
like
But
75,000.
me.
Oh, look what the cat dragged in.
Oh, it must be Robert.
Roberto.
How you
Must be.
doing?
How you
How you
doing?
doing?
How you
Get
doing?
over here. Get over here.
Corey, when you
Corey,
relist, when you do the sell similar for your unsolds, do you ever go in and like tweak pricing on stuff, or do you just
Absolutely. Every
Not-
time.
Not
Really?
every time. But,
Bobby, shut up.
oh, you just fucking guy.
I love you. Welcome to the show.
I know. I was thinking about
Yeah.
you today, Corey, too.
While masturbating?
No, before.
Okay. Cool. Just making sure.
and after?
No.
Before and
No.
after.
No, this is during dinner, actually. Believe it or not.
What's up? What happened during dinner?
All right. You're like, oh, this fucking story. So I says, look, I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna eat something healthy. I'm gonna have a salad. So I go over to Panera Bread. They make a nice mixed green salad.
That's
Okay.
true. They do.
So I asked, I says, look, give me the entree size, not that half mix and match, whatever it is. I says, just give me the full entree size, but do me a favor. I know you have the sliced steak. Put some of the sliced steak over the mixed greens with the balsamic vinaigrette. So, okay, fine.
Sounds good.
So they asked me, do you want, they ask you the chips, the bread. I said, no bread. Do me a favor, please.
No carbohydrates, son.
So what happened was, and she's like, oh, do you want an apple? I said, look, I got a bad tooth. My luck, I'll fuck up my tooth. Excuse my language. So anyway,
we've been foul today, so you can be foul.
okay. So I go over to the side, where the area you wait for the food. Now they give you a beeper, whatever it is. Anyway,
Your fucking
So-
beeper.
it's like, and it's a powerful one too. It's like,
You put that
anyway.
in your pants.
no, that's not what I was thinking about you. I was actually thinking about you in a bad way because I remember about a month ago you were upset at an employee that you would try to explain something and they just would not understand what you're saying, and you're like, what is wrong with this person? So the girl, she's making my salad, right? It's beeping. I says, hold the bread, no bread. And she really didn't understand English. I said, please. I said, so the one girl takes it off, right? And then the girl next to her, oh no, bread comes with it. And I says, no bread, I'm gonna throw it in the garbage. She says, no, bread, you get the bread. I said, don't you? And I'm fuming, and I'm like, all right, just give it to me. You know what? Because I'm starving, and I took the freaking bread and I slam dunked it into the freaking because you know what it is when they ask you about that, you look over to the side, they have bag of cookies and all this other stuff, and it's like, I'm like, stop tempting me. They're like, oh, what about chips? I said, I don't want I said, look, how about this? Give me a pickle, like the slice of pickle.
That's great.
Okay.
That's what you need to do. You need to stand up for yourself and be like, listen, I want fucking beef broth. Like, I want the good shit. I don't want.
Do they even have pickles?
I don't want bread.
Yeah.
I don't want chips. I don't want cookies. I don't want any of that shit.
Yeah,
I
no
want
carb.
like nice. I want good, healthy shit. Salads, soups, proteins, fats. Get rid of the carbs just for a while. If you could,
And I don't want to act out too much. I was in a very upscale
you need
neighborhood
some
too.
carbohydrates, Rob. Like I'm not your doctor or whatever, but I'm saying like if you can reduce carbohydrates by like 90-95% for 2 months, you will lose 40 pounds.
Oh, I've done it before years ago. Before I knew. I mean, look, I'm like this. I've been up, I've been down.
We're all though. We're all like that.
I've never been like this before, Corey. Do me a favor, Corey. Look at this. My face is like.
I know,
exploding.
but why are you stopping yourself? Why aren't you? You know what you have to do.
Because you know what it is too is that, and I know obviously it's not an excuse sitting on a computer, but at least when I had my old job, I was very active. I'm running up and down the stairs.
You can make this job active. That's the thing. That is a huge excuse.
Well, I mean, the place where I was working was a very busy bar. I mean, I was running.
See what I'm screen sharing, by the way?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, Rob.
So, but then today, I was out of breath like crazy because I'm bringing all my stuff to this storage basement, and I'm going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And they're looking at me like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I just haven't been used to doing any exercise for like the last 2 years." You know?
Buy it now price may not exceed $60,000 for items that require immediate payment.
Oh.
Okay. Make it $59,999.
You got something for 60 grand? You're listening?
He's just making it up.
8 million. It looks like Dr. Evil. 8
I could get
million.
8 million, but it won't let me, so I have to do $59,999.
I've already got a bid on my coat.
Dude, see, you're just over there complaining, blah blah blah. Okay. So I just listed an item on eBay for 60 grand, which is probably more than most people's limit. Oh, yes. Okay, let's go to the link here. Look at that. Yes.
Did you ever sell that other shirt? The Led Zeppelin.
Yeah. I get to
Did it do
retire
it?
because of that shirt, Rob.
You got to retire for
I
that
get
shirt?
to retire from selling that shirt. I didn't sell
Really?
for that much. Sold for like 50
No, I
bucks.
know you were holding on for good money for it for a while, but I don't know if you dropped the
It was
price.
really cool. It was really cool, but it was hard to present. Like I needed like somebody cute to wear it, probably.
Yeah, little chicky.
Yes, somebody cute.
Yes. Not
Somebody
a fat 40-year-old guy like
Look at that. Look at that, Rob. $59,999.
You're gonna get so many like nasty messages about that.
Yes.
So I'm gonna continue to do that right now too. I'm listing more for that price. Just create similar.
You're saying that's the shirt worn by Agassi?
Agassi. A
Agassi?
shirt worn like, dude. If you had a shirt with Agassi's ejaculant in it, it wouldn't be worth $60,000.
Yeah. Yeah, you type in that. Yeah, anybody who is there anybody watching below? Anybody watching? If you type in Nike Agassi, have a nice day. You know, if you find that stuff.
Oh man, it's crazy. Those stupid denim shorts are ridiculous.
I remember my old girlfriend. She used to love Agassi. She used to have all the posters in her room.
Are you
and
watching
everything.
the screen share, Rob? Don't you love this shirt?
Oh, Barney France does very well too, man. That's a very
Fuck
that's
yeah.
a really fuck
It's a
yeah.
sick
That's
shirt.
a
I
good
kind
one
of want
too.
to keep it myself.
I mean, I would ask 50. You're probably gonna ask 150.
No, I would ask like 35 for that shirt.
Oh, I would ask more. Do a little comp real quick on Varney France long
It's
sleeves.
not that good anymore, dude.
Really? I could have swore I saw something good. Do a quick comp, bro.
Let's just see. Barney. It fits into the spelled it wrong.
Yeah, just do Varney and then do highest and then click the sidebar.
Yeah, but it's gonna be like probably like some kind of weird sunglasses or
Yeah,
something.
just do the side. Go to the left.
Don't talk. Don't tell me what to do.
Don't tell me. You know, I know what I'm doing.
I know what I'm doing.
I know what I'm doing. Don't
Under
tell
the
me.
bridge.
I know what I'm talking
Over here
about.
under the bridge. It's gonna be fucking sunglasses forever.
Or go to the t-shirts. Click on the tab on the left.
Put a tab on the left.
You just
Man,
don't want to do it because I asked you to do it. Then it's like I'm gonna be
the
spiteful.
highest selling one is
No, but
$30.
yeah, foreign. That's not the real McCoy. Go down. Look here. Vintage 36, not a 25, 33, not long sleeve.
Wow.
Long sleeve is better.
Look at how good I am at pricing things. Like I already knew that was a $35 shirt. Come on, look, this is the same shirt.
Yeah.
Look, it sold for $39.95. I didn't even have to look at comps and already fucking do that. Rob,
Wow.
I said 49,
Rob,
and I think yours is nicer.
Rob, tell me I'm a pro.
Don't do it,
What?
Rob.
Rob, tell me I'm a pro.
Don't do it, Rob.
You're so handsome, Corey. You're the most professional eBay seller that there is.
Dude, come on, that was fucking amazing.
That's good.
I'm
But you
sorry.
didn't say with
If you
shipping
don't
or
know
plus
what
shipping.
stuff is worth beforehand, I mean, come on.
I mean, this is an obscure item. Come on.
I said $49.95. I wasn't that far off, and I think
You
that
were
one is
way far. That was $5 off. You were $20 off.
What are you talking about? It says $39.95.
Let's argue about it some more.
I know.
But that's what I like to do
Oh
with
my
Rob. I like to argue with him. If I don't argue with him, it makes me feel bad.
Get out of there. Get out of there.
Is
Can't leave anything open. She jumps in everything.
that a dog?
No, my cat.
No. I don't
That's
like
the one
cats.
that was lost for 2 weeks in the snow and the rain that I ran all over the neighborhood looking for.
You went outside?
Yeah,
That's amazing.
and I
Look at that.
captured her.
Look
I
at
had to
that.
lure her with food. 'cause she was
Varney,
starving.
France, made in the USA. It's
Yeah,
funny.
that's dope.
Nope.
I'm gonna
See,
show you
Rob-
something dope. I'll be right back.
I don't want to see it.
You know what? I'm gonna bring it in my other room. What the hell am I doing? I got the other room because I got to do work.
I got the other room. It's under the bridge.
Because I gotta get prepared. I gotta do work for tomorrow. I gotta take pictures and stuff.
You're working? I like that you're working, Rob.
I know.
I know.
Is this air conditioning no good?
I don't know.
All right.
It's
Oh, I saw it.
60K. Michelle.
Oh, here. Okay, let's see what we got.
Michelle. I can't type. This is the point in the show when Kayla gets annoyed with me and leaves.
Come on. I'm putting you on my death pile. Corey, let me know when you're looking. Looking yet?
No, give me a second. Okay, hold on. I'll focus on you for a second, so we can show you. You can show everybody your tank top. Well, this is for $39.99 or $39,999.
No, you won't. Don't do that.
I'm not. I was just doing the other ones for fun. Just let me have some. Like, no one lets me have any fun anymore. God, I have to be all like professional and shit.
Corey, I need you
I know.
to yell at that Panera
You're
Bread
there
lady.
when I need you. You're there when I need you.
You know what? I'm not gonna say it. Forget it. You get mad at me.
Shut the fuck up. Show me what you want to show me.
Okay. First, I picked up this. I know you love vintage cola shirts.
I don't like that shirt at all.
Pepsi with the old school tag. Well, you know what it was? It had "Made in USA" on it.
Yeah,
So I picked it up.
No, I like USA, and it's a good brand, but I just don't like the shirt. I like that.
Look at this dope.
Yeah, who made that? I
It's
thought it was Yves Saint Laurent.
No, yeah, it does look like Yves Saint Laurent. That old
Definitely
label.
does.
This
That
is,
would have been a sick score.
Saks Fifth Ave.
Yeah, I don't do well with like Saks label stuff. I don't do that well with that.
But with that label, but it was only how much was this? $2.99.
Yeah.
Now here's a Varney. This is not Varney. I never heard of this one. You ever heard of this one? Tyrolia
No.
by Head.
Tyrolia. Sounds like it's Greek. I just
It has
don't.
that look.
I know, but I feel like the look is just slightly wrong.
Just missing something.
Yeah, it's missing something, but it's still cool.
Okay, I got one. Oh, here. Now I pick jerseys like this do well because at the estate sale, unless somebody's from Croatia,
Yeah,
they don't
that's
know.
Really cool. I
They
like
have
that.
no idea.
Spin it.
Now I Googled this guy's name. I think this is the homeowner's name.
Negulic.
So, but you know, I picked it up. I paid $2 for it. So
It looks like a goalie it looks like a goalie jersey. Slavko Negulic.
and then.
Weird.
Whoa. All right, now I sold this one today. It was kind of beat. I took like $20 for it. Magic Johnson MVP.
Oh, that's cool. I haven't been getting as much for those types of shirts as I was like just a year ago.
Yeah, they have to have the guy on it. It has to be like kind of big. That's the thing. Like now,
It's
like
got to
you
be
look at
like I find that the obscure team stuff does better than the common team stuff for some reason. Like people want to buy Bucks shit and Jazz shit and like Browns shit.
with a cartoon-ish guy.
Yeah,
Okay, now
exactly.
I've never seen this brand before.
That is fucking terrible. Original concept for your. That looks like Chinese knockoff of something.
No, it's this
Come
is
see.
come see.
I've
Made in
never
France. I
heard
saw
of-
Made in France. How can you not pick something?
I don't
up?
think that's made in France. I think that's made in China.
No, you can feel this material. This is a beautiful material. Nah, this is much better than that Chinese Fugazi.
Michelle
Oh,
told me not to sing ever, and I'm just gonna continue to just say it.
Now, what do you think? You like hip hop kind of stuff, like '90s Biggie and that kind of stuff?
No, unless it's Coogie-ish. What is that?
Carl Kanai.
I just don't know if that's popular right now.
Yeah, it's pretty popular. Wasn't much money. Wasn't my regular shit. Yeah. All right. Oh shit. Okay. Can't mix up my piles. The sold with the not sold, with the listed, with the listing.
Ah. We need somebody else to liven this chat up. Come on, somebody come in here.
I'm sorry, I'm working and I'm not
I know you're
interested in
working.
the
I'm trying to
hall.
work too, but Rob keeps fucking distracting me with this fucking bee, blow, blobble, flap.
There's another guy doing a live show right now. He's taking a lot of the business.
Oh
Who?
darn.
What?
Who's doing a live show?
The 9-pound hammer?
Who's the
What?
fucking 9-pound hammer?
Is that a wrestler?
No, he's a tool.
Oh,
Wait, like literally? I mean, he's a
Yeah.
hammer.
let's
Nah,
see,
he's
like,
kind of. He's all right. He's okay. He's a little bit of a tool.
why is he Thule? I've never
he
heard
a-
of the
is that a
9-pound
reseller?
hammer.
Yeah, no, he's all right.
Why is he
Never
stealing my
heard.
airspace?
I
Should
don't
we
know.
go-
I was actually gonna.
should we
but
take him-
that would have been
should we-
kind of
should-
shitty if I
should we
went in his
take
room
him-
and be like,
Should we
Yo, guys.
take him under the? Listen, I don't care about. I only do this for fun. I don't give a fuck about anything.
I don't want to get you heat. You don't care?
Me? I don't give a fuck, dude. If you,
I was gonna
do
say,
whatever the
hey,
fuck
look.
you want.
Leave this room. The action is on the mighty mushroom. Have a nice day.
Yeah. Anyway, we're listening for shit for like 60,000 on eBay right now. I mean, come on.
Yeah, and this guy is bullshit.
This guy's fugazi.
I can't
Fugazi.
even find him.
The 9-pound hammer
With a
an
9
ER.
or an N?
With the
had
what?
an A at the end.
No, I know. I can't. Yeah, I don't.
With an
I mean-
A at the end?
He's a reseller?
The 9-pound hammer. Yeah.
I mean, apparently that's the name of a strain of
In the
weed.
chat or something? I don't fucking know. I popped over. He's a tool.
All
Green
that
Thrifty
comes up
Life
is,
says he's a tool. I
just
popped over
green.
from his chat. Tool. I'm a tool probably to most people.
I can't
Most-
find him.
The majority of people don't like my videos, but they still watch them anyway for hours. Which says something, I guess. I'm not sure what it says. I guess it says I'm annoying but entertaining.
Oh, I see. Okay, it's all one word.
Rob, what do you think about this long sleeve?
Yeah, I'd be all over that. I don't think as high as the Varney.
No,
I
but
would-
the subject matter is pretty sick. And
Yes.
the colorway is like that snow Smurfberry. You know?
Yes.
I don't even know what to call it. I call it Smurfberry because it's got the Smurf and the berry.
Yeah, it looks like it should be at 7-Eleven as a Slurpee.
Yeah, it's like a Slurpee mug. But I like how his shoulders and like head match the sky. You know?
Yeah, it's dope.
And he's got like the those hats way back in the day that had the Stan from South Park hat. There's like a little ball at the top. The profile is really cool. The thing about shirts like this is that it's hard to market them.
See, that's what I was saying too. Is that on your Instagram, is it's not niche though, right? Like like I was thinking, because I don't do Instagram, but I was like, you know what?
I
I
know.
would make one, but just try to niche it like vintage T-shirts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't like that idea.
Why?
I don't know. I don't like your ideas. It's mostly because they're your ideas.
That's it. I could tell you the meaning of life, and you'd be like, "It sucks."
I wouldn't say it
You're
sucks. I'd
wrong.
just be like, you're wrong. Yeah. I mean, that's the point. That's like the 9-pound hammer. He
Taking all
called
the business.
Mark's Toys plastic guys earlier, and I lost some faith. Oh my god, people are funny. Who was the guy you were doing the show with before? What was his name?
That I was doing a show with before.
Yeah, you did a show with him. You were on his. I thought you were on somebody
Oh,
else's.
Shane.
What's his channel?
Rise and Grind.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. He's just starting out though. I don't think he has a ton of experience.
Well, he's
But
got a
that's-
job too, so he's not
Yeah.
like, you know.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying it's bad. It's not bad.
But he he's a good dude.
I think
Nice,
so.
good
Yeah.
peeps. Good peeps.
Yeah, I like the good peeps. The peeps. Yesterday's is the brand of this. Let's see if we can find one. Yeah.
There's apparently some drama going on the other channel.
What?
I'm watching like two things at once.
What's tell me?
I don't know. I can't figure it out.
Speaking of drama,
So why don't you go in there and say, "Look, guys,
If you
skedaddle."
want no drama.
I mean everybody's gonna. They were talking about Dawn. She rubbed someone the wrong way. She's the homegirl, so I don't know what happened.
I don't know who
Who's
that
Dawn?
is. I
I
don't
don't know
know any
who Dawn is.
people in the chat are,
Oh, Dawn.
except
Dawn,
for
she's
Mother's
the one-
mustache. She's the only person I know in that chat
Dawn's
right
the
now.
one. Dawn's the one. She calls me racist.
Dawn was pissed at Krillin for being racist. I mean, you're kind of a little bit like.
I'm not racist. I'm the least racist person there is on YouTube.
No, that's definitely not true. You're politically. I don't know if I don't
That's
think
the
you're.
word.
I don't
Thank
think
you.
you're racist. I think you're politically incorrect.
Thank you.
I wouldn't be
I'll-
associated with a racist.
They're talking
I'm
about
not-
you right now, Rob.
Oh yeah,
What? People are really talking about me?
Yeah.
9-pound took Dawn's wrench away.
That what? That I'm a
Who
racist?
fucking cares?
No.
They're
They don't-
stupid YouTube videos.
What?
They don't. The people in chat are not saying that you are. They're saying
No,
that someone
They
said
actually
you were.
like you, and they like you because I presented this format for you to speak on.
Thank you. You're a gentleman and a scholar.
I am a gentleman and a scholar. I might be rude to you sometimes, but it's only when I'm drunk.
Who
I know.
is Dawn, by the way? Is she, like in the
I know
community?
somebody
like,
named Dawn.
I don't know
I
who's
remember.
like. What's their handle? Like, I don't know anybody by that name.
Dawn Maserati?
Yeah.
Yeah, she-
I don't know if she. I don't know. People don't. I don't care if anybody follows me. I don't really care.
She's a nice lady, but you know, just some people are very extra. If you say the wrong,
You're
you know,
not good at saying the right thing, Rob.
yeah, but that doesn't mean that somebody's a racist. If somebody
I think
uses,
saying that word and calling someone that is them's fighting words. You better be serious if you call
Which
someone
word are
that.
you
In my
talking
opinion.
Yeah, I think so too. I
Racist.
think
If you
your
call
price
someone
is
racist.
slightly off. Can we screen share right now? Put it for 59,900. I think your price is slightly off. Vintage
All right.
goods 23.
I think someone in
Alright.
the chat did that.
Reply with
All right.
offer. Watch it. Wait. I'm gonna reply with an offer for 25,000.
No, don't do that.
Yeah.
would they offer you?
They
didn't
didn't
offer
offer
me anything.
anything.
They sent me a message and I sent them an
Oh,
offer for 25,000.
Hey, life. I know. I'm not saying that you called him that. I know that you were just relaying the information. What I'm saying is, if someone did call him a racist, I feel like that's a very strong thing to say about someone. You can
Yeah,
see
You're
someone
very
I-
blunt.
I
You're
don't-
very honest.
correct.
Let me tell you what I said, and then you tell me if you think that this is remotely
I will
racist.
tell you.
Okay. Here's
You
what
know
I
happened.
don't know if you should say it.
No, I
don't
know
really,
you would.
Don't
So-
say
so
anything
here's what-
stupid, please.
No, listen.
Okay.
So here's what happened. So I was the chat. They were talking about. I want to say storage lockers. Okay, and a lot of times you've guys seen storage lockers, and there's like you open them up, and there's like tons of shit in there, right? It's like a lot of work to be done. You got to get the stuff out fast,
Sometimes
right?
it depends. Yeah.
Well, this is just the context of the story of what happened.
Okay.
So, because this was on a long chat, there was like 10 people on the thing. You know, Lonnie, this one, the other one, the other one. Now, what happened was, I typed in. I says, "Look, do any of you guys, if you're doing work like this, you know, heavy work, do you ever hire day labor? You know." But somebody mistook it like, "Oh, do you hire labor?" Meaning like people to do the listings. I said, "No, I meant like Mexican guys."
Dude,
So-
that's fucking racist.
How is that racist? What's racist about
It's not
that?
the only day laborers are Mexican guys. Like,
But
come
I-
on.
but
You-
I
you-
only
you
said
gotta
that
stop
because
saying
that's what-
stupid shit like that.
I
That's
feel
stupid.
like that was very insensitive, and I
It's-
feel like
it's
You
it's
think
not
that
a
that's
smart thing to say
yes.
You think how is that insensitive?
because
That's
there's
what
a
the other
lot
people- that's what
happening
they
right
say in the
now.
chat.
There's a lot happening right now when it comes to like Mexican people in the United States. One and two, it's not just that Mexican people are day laborers. There's a lot of other day laborers too.
Of
It's
course,
just like
I know that.
Listen, like you were like talking about Dominican people at the bins and all that, like that kind of stuff. Even though you might think it's true from your
It is true.
experience, it's not true. It's true
but
from
of
your
course it's true.
experience.
Yes, but that's only from my experience, and
Exactly,
it's like
but when you share
but
your
I'm with those
experience
people.
and you put it in a tone that,
What tone?
dude,
It comes across as really bad, and I am being
dude,
honest with you.
I'm being your friend here. I'm
No,
telling
that's
you
fine. You're being honest,
that
but I know
saying shit like that is fucking ignorant. One,
what's
and two,
ignorant. But I only said that
not-
because let me explain. Because other people that are in the chat have used
they
that
don't
type of
know
vernacular
you like
before.
I know you. Like we've talked for hundreds of hours now.
Yes.
And I don't
I
care what
know
other
you.
people in the chat say. I've seen other people use terminology that I think is appalling. That doesn't mean that it's okay for me to say it because someone else
Okay.
said it.
Now here's the thing. You heard me what I
Why
just
do
said.
you
This is
have
exactly
to?
what happened.
Why do you
Now,
have
somebody-
to like stop? Why do you have to stop assigning like groups to those type of like things because it's only going to cause you trouble. I'm just telling you now.
Okay,
whether
All right, let
you
me
think
make one more. All right,
true or
you
not,
made your point. That's fine. I understand how you
I
feel about that.
don't-
But
I think
let me
that-
finish.
I think that you're making really big mistakes when you do things like that.
But let me finish the whole thing. And then what happened was somebody else had gone on, right? Somebody else on the panel, right? Who's a nice guy. Who I like the guy. You know, the guy's a
Okay, get to the
gentleman.
point.
Yeah,
He was talking about how dirty Chinese people are. That
Jesus Christ.
when he worked in a Chinese restaurant, listen, let me finish. That when he worked in a Chinese restaurant, they would pick cockroaches out of the food. Now, to me, that is a very bad. I would never say something. That to me is a racist thing to say.
Okay,
To
so
say,
let me address that real quick.
Yes.
That is completely, it doesn't matter. I don't care what someone else said. I'm talking to you. You are someone that I consider a colleague,
Mhm.
and I don't care if it doesn't matter to me. That doesn't make it okay for you to say something.
Exactly. That
No, I didn't
Chinese.
say it.
Listen, the Chinese comment is tantamount to your Mexican worker comment.
Absolutely.
You're
I
gonna
think
They're
they're
the same-
both
you
they're
think
the
somebody
same-
as a
They're the
worker.
same comment. They're the same comment.
How do you figure somebody doing day work or somebody doing something that's literally disgusting?
It's
and
not about what the
how is that even in the same ballpark?
it has nothing
I
to do
just
with
don't
what
think
a
that you
person is doing.
understand. I think that you're a
You're
little bit naive
misunderstanding
about
the
the
part
things that are
that's
happening
offensive.
politically
I
right
just
now,
think the
and they
people- but
affect the
you
things
know what it
that-
is? It's the problem. The problem is just like people from like different worlds. Like I live in probably the most diverse area in the world. I
That
deal
doesn't
with people.
matter.
No, it does matter because I deal with people from all over on a daily basis. And I hired people who are undocumented. I hired people. Listen, no. Like, let me finish.
Well, that's
I
not
hired these.
legal.
I dealt with these people on daily rate. So it's kind of weird with people who don't even deal with people from these places that I know what's insulting and what's not insulting. So for somebody
You don't
No,
get
you
to
doesn't even
say
know
what's
these people,
insulting.
they're only yes, I do. Of course, I know. If I'm the one dealing with these people and I deal with them on a regular basis, and they're my friends, I
You-
obviously know what's
You
insulting and what's not
don't get
insulting.
to decide what other people find offensive.
Exactly.
Period.
No. You're talking about no. Here's is two different things. You're talking about somebody else in the Midwest somewhere, or
Do you
somebody
want to
else
know
who is.
why people thought that was racist? Because
I'm
you
sorry?
are. Do you want to know why people thought that was racist?
Why?
Because you are assigning that's like saying like all of this.
Never said that.
When you generalize, you actually do say that. Because people don't know you and they don't know what you're saying. So, and they don't understand you. And you are not the easiest guy to understand, dude. I'm telling you. And I'm telling you this for your own benefit. I'm not telling you this to scold you. I'm telling you this because
No, I
I
understand
know
people are very oversensitive, but you
it's
know
not
what?
that they're oversensitive. You are generalizing things in a way that exposes you to like defamation that you
How is
shouldn't
it
have.
defamation to what?
You don't get
For
to speak
who?
for other people.
Exactly.
I'm not speaking for
Period.
anybody. I'm
Yes,
just
you
asking
are.
people if they hire people help
Just because
day laborers to help them with the lockers. I never said
and
these dirty Mexicans, blah blah blah. These are terrible people. People I've hired from Central America, South America, all over.
so all of
Except
those are
some of
different
them, my
countries.
best friends.
You're saying
So I don't
Mexicans.
understand.
They're not
I
Mexicans. They're people from Central and South America or Central and North America. It's like
I
you have to remember that there's a certain prejudice against certain groups that you may listen. You don't maybe fully grasp, but it comes out in the way that you speak and people generalize. Okay, so don't do that because it makes you look dumb. You're not dumb.
I think that people who they want to be offended by everything. They
That's
want
not
to
true.
make. This is just my opinion. I have the right to my opinion. If
You
she
do
look,
have the right to your opinion.
I'm not upset. Look, I don't say that this. She's a nice lady.
Of course,
Okay,
you're
I'm
not
not saying
upset.
that she's a bad lady, but also it does matter. It kind of like does. What irked me was the Chinese comment. I know what you're saying, Rob. It doesn't matter what somebody else says, but it did matter to me because if it was a standalone situation, oh well, that's not right. Da da da. But when somebody else is saying something like 100 times worse, it's kind of like, well, wait a second. You didn't mention anything to that person because that person is hip. You know
No,
what I
it
mean? It's kind
doesn't
of like
lessen what you said.
no, of course it does. Because what happens is if it's like why if you're outraged at one thing and something else doesn't it's kind of like if one person says something, okay, well, it's terrible. And now the other person says something even worse. And it's like, oh my God, I can't believe you just said that.
I
And
don't
I'm
want
like,
to talk about this anymore.
More
Dude.
than
I'm
one
like
thing
this.
can be terrible at once.
I'm as the moderator of this. I'm stopping all of this, and I'm saying like I can understand somebody's perspective on the way that you spoke, and I'm telling you that as your friend. And I
I
think that you
accept that.
should stop making like nationalistic or ethnic like comments in the way that you speak online because it makes you look like somebody you're not. Okay?
Okay. I'm not arguing with. I don't want you to think I'm arguing with you.
I'm done with it. I don't even want you to talk about it anymore. I'm just
done.
telling
Finished.
you
Finito.
why
Done. Done.
why I'm not even telling you why I think it happened. I know why it happened, and that is why.
Okay, that's fine. Done.
And
Finito.
just don't put yourself in that fucking situation because you don't deserve to be in the situation. And obviously, you're a caring guy. You're a nice guy. You care about people. You take care of people.
Sure.
And when you make comments that generalize, it makes you look like you're part of something that you're not. Okay?
Okay.
That's it. No more.
Finito.
Done.
Just like you.
Thank you. Finito, Rabito. Anyway, dude, I have had a pretty foul sourcing week. I found a lot of good shoes yesterday, but I went to I didn't have time to list them today. I had to go and do some stuff. But um, do you look at my store, Rob? Do you actually ever you browse
Yeah.
my store?
Yeah, and I see like Nike. I see.
You-
I know you had like a USC jersey. I'm looking at and the freaking
Do you
that
like?
one lot.
Do you think my store is pretty concise? Do you like the way it's organized and oriented?
I I'm the last guy to ask on that stuff because I'm not organized. I mean, obviously, you
No,
know.
I'm asking you from a whole different perspective.
No, I think. I mean, it's hard for me to jump out and think like that. You know, I think it's fine, but you know, I'm like I said, I'm not the, you know, organization person, and I don't know if honestly, I don't know. We were talking the other day about the white backgrounds. Remember the whole rigmarole?
Jeez,
I don't,
Louise.
but I'm saying, but like, I don't know. I've heard that from somewhere. I don't know where I heard it from. That it's better to have the white background.
I've heard
But
it a
is that-
lot of places.
I don't
If
know
you
how that's
look-
confirmed.
So no, let's just do an experiment here really quick. We're gonna do we're gonna go to Google Shop. I mean, this is only about Google Shopping. Okay, that's it. So we need to go to Google Shopping. Oh, that's pretty bad. Google Shopping, and let's just look. So look at everything on the main page. What do you notice?
Stock photos,
Yes.
Which have
white backgrounds.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so let's look up Lululemon. Let's just
But
look up.
type in like pre-owned next to it though, because you know what I mean. I think it's better
I'm
to say.
No, I'm trying to be. Look, show only new items. So this is not only new
No,
items.
but you're gonna get here. Let me go a
So
point.
look at
I
that.
think
The second row down, you've already got an item, or the third row down, you've already got an
Exactly.
item without it.
Exactly. Ooh, look at that. Oof.
I know.
I
I kind of love looking up. I love looking up comps for
God.
Lululemon leggings.
Damn.
Oh, look! Whoa! Let me see that whole. Whoa!
It's like a
How you
plum.
I'm like,
It's
let
like
me
a ripe-
research more Lululemon leggings.
I know, dude, it's
How
like
you doing?
I found a ripe plum. Oh,
I'm very
man.
curious if the old remember the Lululemons from like I don't know if they're 5-6 years ago, the ones that they're black but they're see through, and then they
Yes.
discontinued the line. I wonder if people like search for those. You know, people always want to get.
Shopping. Victoria's Secret on shopping. Weird. It doesn't show very many Victoria's Secret things. The first one does not have a
Poshmark.
white background. See that?
Poshmark.
Poshmark, $15. Bride?
Poshmark. A lot of
Am I
Poshmark.
spelling
I
that
don't
right?
use a white background, and I don't give a fuck.
Hey, look, boobs.
Come at
Yeah.
me.
I love how Poshmark people model stuff. Look at
How you doing?
that. $7.
Let's not
And
be pigs.
dude, why am I'm just talking about people
All
modeling
I'm
stuff.
saying
Oh my God,
is we're gonna
Well,
get
you're
on people about one thing.
Corey, you're
and then I'm
misogynist.
going to say,
How am I misogynist? I just said I like how people
hey,
model stuff.
hey, I'm not
Cool.
saying you were. All I'm saying
Cool.
is behave. That's it.
You know, you're not
I'm
supposed to
behaving
judge
myself.
women only for their
I'm
derrieres.
totally looking at whether things have a white background or not.
I understand that.
Thank you.
And-
Let's look up another brand, Gabrielle.
Are you
Gabrielle.
trying to look up Teeks?
Yeah.
Tieks is probably a better term to search than the.
I just want to look up Gabrielle and see what happens. Dude, this is terrible. It's Mercari. Poshmark, Mercari,
Not many white backgrounds.
Gabrielle.
I mean, there's some.
Mercari,
It's a good mixture, though.
eBay is the 9th. What is that? How many listings down is that? 7th listing.
let me. Oh, I forgot to say this yesterday. I was going to ask Kaylee.
Teaks. Oh, these are cool.
you
The
say-
yellow ones are cool. God, they're
Did
so
you say-
expensive.
What did I
Listen.
say? What, Rob?
Did you say you had sold on Etsy before, or you currently do? I
I
forgot.
used to sell a shit ton on Etsy, but I don't anymore because it's not worth my time.
Because
Etsy's terrible.
Sales are
big news
terrible
came
there.
out last week. They just announced that
Mhm.
they're raising fees.
Yep.
And they're supposed to be spending all this money on advertising.
And they're going to be making you sign up for a subscription if you want to sell, or like for certain tiers. It's like, fuck you, get out of here.
I'll tell you what. 2 years ago, I wish I would have bought that stock. The stock was like $12. It's like $50 right now. I don't know if that, because I mean, I don't know if that translates to the resellers, in sense that they're getting more activity, but their stock is gangbusters.
Who?
Etsy's stock is off the charts. If you saw their like 2-year
man.
chart,
That is such an undesirable platform. Everything about
It's
it.
really hard to
always-
live there. It's being overrun now by stuff from Alibaba.
Oh my god.
Like it's just
I can't take
it
it.
used to
It's
be
so
like
hard.
it used to be handmade and vintage items, and
Yeah.
it was like good quality stuff and real makers, and now it's people selling junk that they bought off
Yeah,
of
it went from
Alibaba.
makers to fakers.
Yeah, it's not. I lost a lot of confidence in the platform when they allowed that. So
Leah and Daddy felt like Rob got bullied. Rob,
thank you. Somebody thinks like I got bullied. Appreciate it.
hey, even though it sounds like I'm bullying, they're talking about the other situation. Like, I'm not trying to bully you. I'm not
by
trying to do
you?
anything.
No,
No.
you got-
No, you got bullied on the other channel. I'm just like giving you a context so
yeah,
that
I
you can
understand. I
avoid
don't want you to
that.
think I don't understand what you're saying.
I know that you understand exactly what I'm saying.
No, I do understand what you're saying. And I
know.
do understand. And I don't want you to think like I don't understand how it could be misconstrued. I don't want you to think like that.
I just don't
But-
want you to say things that could be easily misconstrued, because then you have to deal with deal with it. And like, who wants to deal with that?
But here's the kind of thing, and I know what you're gonna say.
I
You
don't
still
want to keep going through this.
one last thing. This is one last comment. Sometimes what happens is when other people start to be very like this happens in life all the time. Sometimes when certain people they start making certain comments within a group, you feel more comfortable, and then you kind of shut off your you don't think before you speak as much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
Whenever, like right now we're talking, like you're not thinking about, oh my god, if I don't want to say anything that I want Rob to be offended. You know what I mean? You just like whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Like you say shit all the time. Yeah, like whatever. We're
you
just
have to
busting each other's
remember that,
balls.
like, if this was off, you could probably speak differently and it wouldn't be a problem. I'd probably tell you were an asshole, but it would be like private. Like, hundreds of people watch this, and I mean, this is a tiny channel, so there's like way more. I need to make business cards for eBay Open. Shit.
Oh fuck, I need to do that too. I've been working on a new logo and then I forgot. Like I
Dude,
forgot to finish it.
I'm excited to see it.
I kind of like it. It's not, anything fancy, but I really want just a basic one color logo. So
I really think that's the way to go. I love my
your logo
branding.
is great.
I love my branding.
Everything I have is currently branded with my old logo, so I'm kind of like, I don't like change. Shocker.
Yeah. You?
Oh.
You? Yeah, we're
Maybe I'll
excited to
do
go.
that since I have nothing else.
We're gonna eat a lot of food because at eBay Open they provide ridiculous amounts of food.
And
We're
drink.
gonna drink.
There's gonna be like a very small amount of drinking.
The Bare Naked Ladies.
There'll be no drinking whatsoever.
It's gonna be a sober weekend.
eBay has like a happy hour every night, and then the party is ridiculous. I wonder who they'll have perform. The Bare Naked Ladies was pretty amazing.
They haven't announced it yet, have they?
They didn't announce the other one until it happened. They didn't even say
Really?
that there would be an app for the event until you got to the event.
Oh, jeez.
eBay needs a communication department because they don't have a central core communication. They're so bad at communication. It's their It's their major hindrance. They are so bad.
When is here you want to see this nice blazer?
Cat. Fucking asshole.
Sorry.
Little Moschino. You like Moschino?
I don't do well at all with Moschino.
I love Moschino. It's absolutely my favorite brand. It's my favorite design house.
Why can't I sell their shit?
Because really what's desirable is like the real crazy shit. So when you find like the normal like black blazers,
But you
Yeah.
know me, I don't buy black
Yeah.
blazers. I buy crazy shit.
Yeah.
I can't even sell
Well, I
their.
only paid $5 for this, so
Jeremy
What's-
Scott is like my favorite designer, and I love the new Moschino especially.
Mhm.
I'm really hoping they come out with like a Target collaboration. Like all the other high-end designers have been doing Target collaborations, and I love them so much. I want a Moschino Target collaboration so bad.
What's the one they have? The cheap line. It's chic and cheap or something.
Yeah. But I've done really well with some cheek and cheap Moschino stuff, like women's blazers that are like animal print and stuff like that. They're not that
Yeah,
bad.
like that cow print.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I have one jacket. It's like a shiny, silvery jacket, Moschino chic and cheap, but the lining is all fucked up. So I was gonna show you a picture to see if
Is
it's
that the
worth it.
technical term?
Sorry,
Is that the technical term?
what technical term?
All right, I'm gonna screen share for a second here. My logo in progress.
Ooh, it's cute.
So I kind of was trying to do like a cutout thing here, but I'm not sure if I like it. I think I like this solid with like the shadow print in the background instead. So if the people in chat want to weigh in what they like, this would be like the main design on my card. And then I'd have, all my text of my name and whatnot on there. But I'm trying to figure it out. I worked on this for a long time, so now I'm just trying to narrow it down. But I kind of wanted to do this cutaway of the text, but I think it kind of looks funny on some of the letters, so I don't know.
Wait, let me see.
It's still up. I'm going to leave it up for a minute and let the
Okay.
people in chat weigh in.
Dude.
Hmm.
Okay.
You can't see it, Millennial Mouse? Why? Oh, it's stuck on Corey's face. That's why.
No, you're highlighted.
Oh. They said they can't see it. Well, I guess maybe they can now.
Should be able to see it. Okay. Can I give you a critique?
Of course.
Okay. So the one on the right is better because you don't want your name in multiple colors. You want a single color, right?
Yeah.
And then what I would do is like figure out how to make it square or circular, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't use multiple fonts like that. I would just use a single font. And I think like, what are you using, Arial there, or like Helvetica or something?
No, there's some custom fonts.
Okay. The font isn't bad, but I really think that you should have, instead of having the dress, think about like a logo instead of that thing. So like an H surrounded by an H, like.
Well, that's what my current logo is.
Yeah, I know, kind of. Your current logo is kind of complex.
No, it's.
I think it's complex.
I'm
gonna find it here.
It's on my Poshmark, I think.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
It's 2 H's in like a trefoil.
Yeah, I'll show you what I mean in a second. Hazel.
Yeah, I like the 2 fonts too. So I don't want it to be too simple because like for me this is not something that goes on everything that I do, so I don't really need it to be.
You don't want to do multiple colors?
Not really.
I think it
mean,
should be a
pattern?
single color.
Really?
And what I think honestly, like for me to put it together is like you take um you take the secondary font and you get rid of it, and you take like I like how you have the star there. It's really cool. But the
Mhm.
star that's in the umbrella, I mean the umbrella, the hanger,
Mhm.
use that in your eye.
Yeah.
And then you could even repeat it there if you wanted. But I think that like hold on, I need to draw. I'm the branding king.
I'm gonna stop screen sharing unless you need me to.
What's up? Yeah, you
I'm
don't
good.
have to screen share.
I got to show you some while he's looking for his thing.
Oh my god.
I really like the star as part because it's really it's like it's an
It's a
iconic.
mid-century modern Starbucks.
Yeah, it's really iconic, and I think it really. Hold on.
And I totally agree with you with switching that out in that font for to make that part of the. I agree.
It really would make it iconic, but I think that you need. Okay, hold on a second. I think you need like. I think you need like the text is good and it should go with what you're doing, but I think you need something. I think when as you roll that out, you should roll it out with like an integrated brand that you do use for everything. And you can have a separable brand, but um like something like something like something like oh, fuck.
No, I can see that. Yeah.
Something that is part.
I get what you're saying.
Don't waste the space with like something that you can't use as part of your total branding later, because I mean you're growing, you're always growing your influence, and people, I mean you have literally tens of thousands of people who can know your brand, and yeah. I love the Starburst. The Starburst is really cool.
Yeah.
And integrating that in some, it's really iconic, and it makes me think of you. It's weird. Like when I saw that, I was like, that makes me think of you.
I only wanted some kind of a dress form because I, wanted to focus on the fashion aspect of it.
But I think more important is to like push that away and say, this is my brand, and the fashion is my brand. Like not my brand is the fashion. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of the opposite way of thinking. I don't think that the overall look is bad. I think that you're moving on to bigger things where you can really compress that down a little bit and make it more concise.
Mm-hmm.
It's just about being able to bring that to a broader audience, and being able to make it recognizable. So get rid of as much noise as you can so that when people see that that's you, they know it's you, they trust you, they see it. That's the purpose of that, like communicating that trust through a really, really simple but unique. Yeah.
I totally understand that.
I mean, and it's your brand, so you can do whatever the fuck
no,
you
I know,
want.
and I intend to, but I appreciate the input and do take it into consideration. I mean, that's why I wanted to show it and be like, hey, what should I do with this?
Yeah.
Because I know I need to do something, because unfortunately I lost all of my old files somehow, and I was like, well, it's a perfect time to, change it up anyway. So I'm good with that. So I still have time to figure out what I want to do with it.
Yeah, you don't have any transition period. You can roll it out whenever you want.
And it's not like I need my logo for something. Like I'm not making a billboard, like it'll just go on my business
It's
card.
not about making a billboard. It's about like communicating very quickly so that because like I was saying, like eliminating noise is really important because there are so many brands, there are so many sellers. How can you distinguish? Because I know who you are because we're friends.
Mhm.
But when people buy from me, I want them to know that they bought from me, and I want them to be like, "Wow!" Like I would never question whether I should buy from this guy again, and I can easily identify like, "Hey, that's that guy. I lost him, but I found him again." You
Yeah.
know?
Okay. Well, that gives me
Nicole
something to work
agrees
on.
with me for once in my
I
life.
mean, there's a first time for everything.
I know. She rarely agrees. Actually, Nicole probably agrees with me more than you. You're mostly you argue with me more than anybody. And the thing is, you're mostly right.
I took one of those, what is it called? Like those personality tests where they tell you whether you're a introvert, extrovert, whatever. And it called me the debater. And it said, even when you agree with someone, you disagree and play devil's advocate just to make sure that they know what they're saying. And I was like, oh, fuck, yeah, that's me.
I kind of feel like that's really, really true.
I was like, I
You
don't
do,
believe in
Corey.
these things, but that's really me.
What's up? Yeah, I mean,
Oh, he has another thing to show you. Even though we're having like a real discussion, he wants to show you this
Yeah.
jacket.
that's
Yeah.
what Rob does.
Well, actually, I was thinking. I don't know. Now look, I got this leather jacket here. Okay.
Did you find that on
Now-
the bridge?
No, I got that at Savers.
Save us.
What? I should have known better because it was cheap price. It was like $15 for this beautiful 3/4 length leather jacket. Like, but what I found was it's one of those with a zipper and buttons, and then of course I find in the pocket is the zipper that had. I'm sorry,
Oh, at least you found it.
the zipper itself. So now, what would you do? What would you do, Corey? Would you try to put
How much is
pay
it
to have
worth?
the zipper?
How much is
I
it worth?
think it's worth $75, 60.
I'd get rid of it.
What brand
Sell
is
it
it?
at Brooks Brothers,
I don't know.
3/4.
I
Yeah, I
don't
was thinking.
What about taking that that starburst pattern and squaring it out,
Mhm.
and then taking your H's however you want to put them, or not using the H's at all, but keeping just Hazel Hart's vintage, but using the starburst as kind of the exterior, and you could even use it. I like the round button. I like the button logo, and I think it just transforms really well to a lot of different formats.
Well, that's like what I had for my other logo is I had the HH in a circle and then I put Hazel Hearts Vintage under it. So when I wanted to, I could have just the HH portion in a circle, or I could add the text additional in other places if I was doing it. So like when I used to do branding for a living, I always made sure that I had multiple of the logo, multiple ways to use the logo that were all encompassed in the brand. And I do think that that's important.
Yeah, I think that you should, like, you can describe it, but you should never. You shouldn't change it unless you change it.
Yeah,
like it shouldn't be
exactly.
something that you modify because you want to.
Yes, it shouldn't just change all the time. Absolutely.
Exactly. And it doesn't. But like honestly, your previous logo, it's not. It doesn't communicate well the quality of what you do.
Absolutely. I completely
And
agree.
obviously
and I
that's
made
why
that
you're-
like 2 months after I started doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So that's another reason why it needs to change.
Like Nicole's logo, I actually think it's really good. Like her branding is like the State's place in the. I like it. It's like visually pleasing for some reason, and it. I don't like usually spell out things like that, but it really works. I really like it. and yeah, I mean, I realize you're thinking about that because you understand the power of like having a powerful brand image anyway. I mean,
Yes.
so cool. Thanks, Joe. Where's Joe? Who's Joe? Joe.
Joe is the one who made the logo.
Oh, thanks, Joe. Yeah. Yeah, I really think it's actually like my when I like launched like the kind of I'm bad. I'm only good at finding crap. I'm not really particularly good at anything else. But I figured when I like rolled everything out, I really wanted to have like a logo that was like at least communicable, like venereal.
Like a disease.
Yeah, I want it to be disease-like. I wanted to be like a chytrid fungus. Um, oof. Jeez. But yeah, I do like that. Are you fiddling? Are you low?
Yeah, I'm messing with it now and seeing what I like.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see here. Oh. Mighty Mushroom Community auctions $1,200 code at $6.99. Does already have one bit. It also looks like the testicles of a petrified mummy.
Hey. Most of the expensive shit we sell is disgusting and terrible looking.
It looks so. I'm so petrified. I'm so petrified. I should be working right now, Nicole. Instead, I'm talking to Kayla.
Why are you scared?
Is
there a storm at your house yet?
No, it was supposed to come. It was like a 6 o'clock thing. Are you storming over there?
It just rolled over us, but it was like a crazy thunder lightning storm.
I'm far to your east.
It came from it's going east, so it's gonna hit you in probably like half an hour.
Cool. That's great. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
How's your logo, Kayla?
Oh, I'm messing with it.
She's schmackling around with it. Yeah, we're gonna A game it. We can throw spaghetti at the wall.
Yeah, I like the starburst in it too, and I like the writing actually, the vintage writing.
I like the fonts, and I like having two fonts. I don't like having just one font personally.
I'll be back in just a minute.
I want it to have like sort of a whimsical look because that's kind of my personality. Not that I'm whimsical.
I just think that the dress form is like the only part that throws me because a lot of people use a very similar dress form in their logos,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want I want you to.
I don't want to be. Yeah, I don't want to be. I did make that myself, but it does look very similar, and I don't mind using other things. So I'm not married to that at all. But finding other stuff that I want to use is it's just going to take some time. But I'm not in a rush.
Yeah, that's what I like about you. You take your time and figure things out, unlike me, who's the exact opposite. And it's just like, let's do this tonight, right now.
I usually do that. But for this, I'm not in a rush for it. So
Corey, I just saw you priced your thing at $60,000, and did you see my comment about it? Someone's gonna have the printout of that at a yard sale.
I think he went AFK.
Oh, he left. He abandoned us. He said bye.
He's like, girl, bye.
There's apparently a train by my new house. I did not know this.
Oh no!
It's really. I opened the window because the rain was super nice and it cooled down because it's been super hot. Apparently, there's a train nearby.
You got hornswoggled.
If you open the window, now the bugs come in. That's the problem.
I mean, I have a screen on the window, so I don't know
They
how the
still
bugs are
come
gonna.
in. I don't know how they get in with the screen I have. They
You
still
clearly
get
have
in.
a broken ass screen because
No, I think they come in through the air conditioner or something.
no, that doesn't happen.
Maybe there's a couple of cracks in the air conditioner. I don't know.
Kayla, do you get bugs in your house when you open the window?
Not really, no.
When it's hot like this,
No.
when
not
it's like
really.
100 degrees, I don't. There's bugs I've never even heard. I've never seen. Like they're like new bugs.
Okay, so I feel like I've been looking on Poshmark all night, and I feel like there's two very distinct type of closets on Poshmark. There's the people who sell for a living, right? Or who are like trying to sell things for a living. And then there's the people just selling their stuff. And the people who are selling just their stuff are generally selling it for either way too much or basically nothing.
I completely agree.
And the nothing people are my favorite because I can buy their stuff and resell it.
I also enjoy that.
But yeah, it's like so clear like that there's two very distinctive camps on Poshmark. Kayla, you're in it right now.
Hmm?
You're in whatever you're doing right now.
Oh yeah, I totally am. I'm like looking up
In the zone, auto zone.
fonts and clip art and
Ugh.
no, I love this. How come I can't pay on Etsy with my PayPal?
Is that normal or is it just a thing that's not letting you tonight?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know if I was never able to do that. I was just wishful thinking.
Oh, are you buying fonts?
Some clip art. That coat is already up to $36.
What?
That a Scander coat.
I didn't
I've
see
had-
this.
Oh, I've had it for like, I don't know, 9 months, a year.
Oh, I remember when you found that.
Yeah,
didn't
a million
remember.
years ago. I've had it priced everywhere under the rainbow, and it won't sell. I did everything. So Corey's like, do a $6.99 auction because that's what I paid for it, like $7.
Yeah.
And he's like, just start the auction at $6.99. I was like, all right, fine, and I did, and it's already up to $30-something.
What was the lowest price you ever had on it?
Probably like 100-something when I had it on sale. You know, if I was running a sale in my store or whatever,
Yeah.
probably some kind of 100 to 200 range. I mean, it was like I found a comp of one that sold that was new. So, I mean, a comp. And original price tag was like $1,600 or something like that. So I was like, I don't know, $400 seems like a deal, but
I remember when you found this,
a
like
million
very
years ago.
distinctly. And because you got excited and like showed the chat or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like surprised that hasn't sold yet. It wasn't even like a bad style or anything.
I mean, it's pretty ugly, but you know.
Well, for that brand, that's
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the typical. That's what it looks like. It looks ugly.
when did you put it up tonight?
Yeah, like 30 minutes ago. And it's already
Oh.
up to $30.
Nice.
So, I mean, hell, if it sells for $36, I'll be content. I made my money back and then some.
It's gonna sell for like 400 just because people are.
I had this Free People shirt. And again, I had it forever. And I had it as low as like $9.99. Buy it now. Nobody bought it. So I put it up for a 99-cent auction. It sold for $25.
That's the thing is you get two people, man. I wish eBay would have like. I wish they would focus on auctions more and make it like a fun game sometimes.
Yeah. They don't always
Yeah.
work for me. Sometimes my auctions like go.
Oh, for sure. Most of the time they do. But imagine if eBay was like, oh, it's still fun to do auctions. Like now on the new app, they don't even show you how many auctions you know what I mean? Like they're taking it all away, basically.
Although it looks like that might be back now. At least for now. Because it shows up on my app now. Like yesterday it didn't. But now it shows me I have 19 auctions with bids. So who knows?
Cole, let me ask you a question.
I don't think it's gonna stick around.
No, probably not. It won't. I'm sure it won't.
I'm
this
here. I'm available for questions.
Is this a dead style? Like this 7 for All Mankind? Is it done already? Like nobody wears it no more?
What's the back
Why are you
pocket?
asking? Why are you ask Kayla? She knows about this too.
Show me
Why?
the
Because
pocket.
I've asked Kayla 100 questions and she gets upset
Show
now.
me
that I
the
asked you-
pocket and
Yeah,
shut
show
your
us the
mouth.
pockets.
I'm sorry?
Show me the pocket. What does the back pocket look like?
Alrighty. The back.
Yeah,
The
they're
back?
not.
That's
The
good.
only 7 for Mankind that I really deal with are the dojo style. And they
Mhm.
have the 7 embroidered on the pocket, like real big. It looks like 3 lines in the shape of a 7. Those are the ones that tend to go for the most money. Unless you find ones that have like are new with tags or whatever, then they'll still
There's
do.
a few. I found that there's a few other styles that do okay. Like I sold their like a distressed boyfriend style
Mhm.
recently for pretty, but that was like a newer. It was pretty recent. You know, like it shouldn't have been in a thrift store yet.
Like if you wouldn't pick this up at the outlet? Like if you were at the outlet, you saw these, you wouldn't pick them up?
No.
No.
I mean, I don't shop at the outlet, so everything I buy is more money. So I wouldn't.
Those would probably not sell for $20 even. I mean, older 7 for All Mankind. It's just like high-end jeans are not what they used to be, right? Like it used to be a thing to go to the mall to get high-end jeans, and I feel like that's just not a thing as much as it used to be.
Yeah, I agree. It's hard to find ones that are worth the money.
Right. It used to be a thing. I remember when it was a big thing to go and get your expensive designer jeans. When I worked at Nordstrom, actually, it was like a thing. Like we had all these like paper denim cloth was a thing, and like all this stuff that's like dead now. It's so sad.
Well, it goes around, comes around.
It's
Comes
your fault,
back.
Nicole. It's your fault
be
for making
vintage.
videos.
It's
Oh, yeah,
my
you
fault
blew
that
up the
the
internet.
brand doesn't sell anymore.
Totally.
Markets don't change at all ever.
Nope, it's because you made a YouTube video about it. Duh.
Somebody got so mad at me on YouTube a couple days ago. I think I deleted the comment because I don't even deal with that anymore. Like, you leave a rude comment, I'm gonna delete it because I have power.
It's very simple. Click done.
It's very simple. But they got so mad and they left this huge rant about like how I killed eBay and now I'm going to kill Poshmark, and it's just like,
Okay. You have all that power, Nicole.
I single-handedly killed eBay, so now I'm leaving to go kill Poshmark because I'm some sort of evil like mastermind.
Etsy's next.
I had
That's
somebody
what
tell
I
me.
see.
I had somebody tell me that on a whole video I had 35 views on. Oh, my God, don't tell people all this. I had 35 freaking views on a video. I'm like, what do you think, that 35 people, it's going to destroy the market?
14 of them were me.
Wait, well, 14 were his mom.
Oh my god.
His mom actually told him, she's like, Rob, you can't share this information with everybody. Do you realize the implications of people understanding that Loro Piana is an amazing brand?
You'll never leave my attic, Rob.
Oh, my God. guys
Bustin'
are-
balls.
West Coaster.
Bustin' balls.
West Coast.
All West Coast.
Ugh.
Oy vey.
At least Rob's not drinking Fireball.
Not tonight.
No more Fireball.
He
I'm
ran out of
drinking
fire.
Acadia water.
His cat drank all the Fireball.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? I had to use the restroom.
We were talking about how I am on the path to destroy Poshmark because I've already destroyed eBay.
Wait. Oh, so
She's
what
on
you're
the
saying?
warpath.
Yeah.
I want to do both. I want to destroy eBay at the same time as Poshmark, but very difficult.
Corey,
Wait.
do you have any barbecue grills for sale in your store of things?
Barbecue grills for sale? Are you fucking kidding me? What do you want?
Well, I want to spend like $50 and buy a barbecue to cook food on.
Okay. Do you want it to be charcoal or gas?
I want the best money that $50 can buy. That's my budget.
Okay, that's okay.
So I have $50 and I need to buy some sort of thing that cooks food on top of it outside.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna work on that for you for the next 2. So I encountered an amazing grill today. It was actually at the bins, but it was in immaculate condition. It might still be there.
Oh, if it
No,
is,
it
let
was
me know.
beautiful. Stainless steel, like Weber grill, gas or charcoal, but they're everywhere, and they're really easy to find.
Yeah,
Like-
you're pretty good at finding stuff like that, I feel like. So my
You-
budget might go up a little bit if it's worth it.
You need one by Saturday evening.
Yeah.
Okay.
How did
I'll
you
find
know?
How'd you know that?
I'm on the mission now.
Joe just texted me and said, so you know we don't have an actual barbecue, right?
I have one, but it's like a Weber kind of one of those tank grills, but it doesn't. It's not great for. You might want something slightly. You might want something for your house so that you can.
Yeah. No, I want to invest in. I mean, I'll go buy one if I have to, but I feel like the deals are out there. We'll
They're so. I went to. I wish you would have. I wish I would have known this like 4 days ago because this guy had what's the brand? The guy had a Traeger grill that like this crazy Traeger grill, and he just wanted to give it to me, but I couldn't fit it in my car. I was gonna put it on the back porch of my office, but I couldn't fit it in my car. I was about to go actually get a truck to get it.
Yeah, because you could sell that on like Craigslist or OfferUp for a lot of money.
It wasn't. It was used.
Oh.
You know, it had life in it, and it was cool, but I didn't want to transport it, because once you start to cook food under fire, you get a lot of gook.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. But...
Organic gook.
Why don't you do a little screen share, statestale.net? I bet you half the sales usually have
What?
This isn't a big barbecue town.
Yeah.
Everybody's vegan.
Huh?
Everybody's vegan.
It's silly.
They're all
idea,
eating.
but
They're all eating salads and.
Well, you
it
still have to
rains,
barbecue the tofu,
it rains too much to barbecue consistently.
Exactly. The bottoms of the grills rust out because
That's
they're
a-
always wet.
There is literally a grill on the side of my house, and we texted our landlord, and we were like, "Hey, can we use this grill that's on the side of the house?" And they were like, "Oh, it's probably like rotted out." And Joe and looked, and there's literally like no bottom in it.
Oh no!
That's what happens to all of them. So if you don't clean the ash is like very basic or acidic, one of those two things, and if you leave it there and it gets wet, it just basically turns the metal into like mush over time, and it rains here for like 8 months out of the year, so it's
That's the problem.
all right. Let me see estate sales.
Are you going out tomorrow? Is there any estate sales?
There's one tomorrow, but it's not that good, and I really have to. Since I decided to do everything by myself, I should probably create some new listings.
Yeah. Listings don't take very long to create when you're good at it, though.
Ooh,
pretty good at it.
shots fired.
No, I meant that because Corey is fast at doing things.
I know, I'm kidding.
Oh, I can crank them out. I need to get the momentum, and today I was like very distracted with this whole situation, and I had to like go do something, so it's difficult. But I've been doing shipping and about 35 listings per day.
That's good.
Amazing.
Yeah,
And keeping up with all your normal stuff.
absolutely. Well, there's a lot of cherries on the back deck that I need to deal with, but the squirrels, these fucking squirrels, they eat half the goddamn cherry and then they throw the other one on the goddamn patio. So there's like, it's just covered with half-eaten cherries. And it's all
What?
juicy.
Well, I hope you're bringing cherries to the barbecue.
Oh, dude, just climb on the roof and just pick cherries for the rest of your life.
I'm not
I'm
doing
gonna
it.
actually come over and pick a bunch of cherries.
This is the last weekend. After this weekend, they're gonna be gone. So
No, I'm not doing it then. I'm busy.
After
such a lazy ass. Ooh, here's one
Wait,
on
we
Hickory
did that.
Lane
You
in
don't know what?
Beaverton. Wait. Ooh, there's some mid-century stuff in here.
I like mid-century. I also need a dresser. If you see some sort of like mid-century longer dresser, I'm looking for one.
Okay.
These are the things I'm looking for. I'll tell you. Looking for a couch of some sort, like one that would fit into like a mid-century home. It's gonna
Get
be
a nice
modern.
leather couch.
And then I need a dresser.
Ooh. Oh, here's a barbecue pit in Beaverton.
Oh,
You got a
shush.
screen share.
Will you shut the fuck up for 1 second? Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, man. What's the matter with you, Corey? You getting all
Just
like
kidding,
you're pulling
God.
today?
I'm trying to be funny and you're not like. All right, share. Ooh,
Thank you. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Done.
Oh,
it looks almost unused.
that is all. How much is that? Is that at a sale?
Yeah, that's in a sale in Beaverton on. This is Beaverton.
Friday.
They haven't announced
Friday.
Empower. This company's really cheap.
Oh shoot! I'm totally gonna go.
It's Friday. It's the Empower sale. You see it? What is that?
A ballet bar?
I thought it was just
Perhaps?
just
Yeah,
a
Nice.
probably.
Yeah.
You can tell. Nice house. Good stuff.
You can tell.
all the wedding dresses and shit.
It looks like junk for the most part.
It's like mostly junk and Girl Scout crap.
Wait, go up a little bit. So somebody was into what is that? Is that costumes on that rack or something? That right
This
there. Yeah.
wigs.
Oh,
Wigs can be worth a lot of money, by the way.
what?
Oh yeah. And what are those? Your favorite Legos, right? Lego. Ugh. People are bidding on my stuff, and it's bothering me.
What?
Go buy that Lego set, Corey.
But you can buy it when you go buy that barbecue. No,
They'll probably charge you more for
this
the
company's
barbecue.
usually cheap. And that, I mean, if you get the tank with it, and I don't see any like. Looks pretty good. I didn't see the inside of it, but the outside of it looks like it was kept inside. You know, there's no
Yeah, there's no like layer of
funk. And the tank is in really good shape. And look
On
at
the
the
cold, there's no
wheel.
way to look.
The wheel. I don't know what model that is, but it's funny that the first estates I look at, there's a fucking barbecue pit.
because everyone has one.
I don't. Oh yeah, I do.
I mean, I don't.
Forgot I do. Ooh. Show me the barbecue. Show me the barbecue. This one's even. The estate sales this week just are so junky. Ooh, this
Right
one's
there.
bad. Ugh. Yeah, that one's gross. Definitely don't want that nasty fucker.
Yeah, thank you for.
Ooh, look, a dumb seahorse thing.
What
That's
is
so-
that? Why is that? This is what I don't understand sometimes. It's like, why are you like, I know you have better stuff than this. Why is this what you took a photo of?
Because they don't know anything. In the words of Reezy Resells, they don't know anything.
Is that what Reezy said?
Yeah, he's like, these estate sale companies, they don't know anything. He's right. It was the way he said it one time. I was like, oh my god, that's hilarious.
Oh shoot! Look at this. I just found one for $30. Oh, that's far.
Wait, this one has a tractor, so it definitely. Ooh,
Do you
nice
see
car.
this? Look at this one.
Ooh, look at these watches.
Nice.
This is only $30 for this barbecue.
But it's not
What
close.
brand is it?
It's I don't know.
Is it a wiener bucket?
It's in Troutdale. That's too far for me.
Yeah, you need to find something in Hillsboro. That watch has a Stingray strap. Ooh.
You know a lot about watches. How'd you learn about watches?
I just read a lot. I like watches. Steinrei. Men's watches are so hard to buy. They're so desirable.
Was that a barber chair?
It's an Eames chair, brah.
What's it called?
Ooh.
It's an old school Eames chair.
Mm,
Yes.
I love that this guy kept all the cleaning supplies that he clearly just used on his barbecue in the photo.
And he got all
Let me
the
see.
gunk off his.
Wait, let me see.
Like he literally like took a photo and all the cleaning supplies are in it.
Amazing.
At least he cleaned it.
$175. Lick my ass.
Yeah.
At least he cleaned it.
At least he let you know that he cleaned it.
No way. This is a real thing. Look it. It's his fire pit trade. He wants to trade a stack of bricks.
Ooh, we could build a fire pit. We could just burn your
We.
patio
He
for
says
fuel.
we.
Yeah, I'm sure that will work out well.
Yeah, Corey, you ever build
Dig
a
a
fire
hole.
pit?
Dig a hole in your yard and put like some bricks around it and then put a grating on top of it.
I really do actually want to kind of get a little thing to make marshmallows, s'more things.
Oh yes, that needs to happen.
I told Joe, I was like, Joe, we should get a hot tub. And he was like, yes. And I was like, they have inflatable ones. And he didn't know about it. And so now he's obsessed. So now Corey has his hot tub. And now I'm just hearing about Joe wanting his hot tub.
Dude, it's so good every day. I love it. Every day.
Yeah, there's a lot of barbecues available in my budget.
Way a lot of them. You gotta find them in your region, though. They appear at the bins all the time and in really, really good condition.
Maybe I'll swing. I drive by the bins now every day when I go to work
Wait, you work?
from my office.
Smartass.
I'm sorry. You both work way harder than I do. Did you shipping it to me? I just got an email that just says, "Did you shipping it to me?"
What did you?
Did I tell you guys the story of last week? I did not. So
No.
last week, Colleen shipped a bunch of stuff, and we had some hard goods. So we sold this dollhouse that had to get shipped. We sold a basketball that had to get shipped. Colleen drops them off at the post office, and they didn't get scanned in. And so
Yeah, you told me that. And the post office moved or whatever.
yeah, the people are messaging us, wondering where their stuff is. Colleen is going in there like every day, like, hey, where's my stuff? So the dollhouse finally started tracking. It was like a week later. Colleen is severely convinced that the bouncy ball just bounced off because she told me she put this basketball just in a big poly mailer.
No, she fucking.
Yes. And then
Did
she's
not.
like, oh my God, I think I made a mistake. I just put it in a big bag because it fit. And I was like, hey, it's a basketball. It can't get hurt. Whatever.
No.
You can put a basketball in a poly mailer. I totally have.
She is dead convinced the basketball just bounced away somewhere.
I
She's
think
like,
it might have.
she's like, it probably just bounced away. And this guy is messaging me every single day wondering where his basketball is. And the post office was like, here, he can call us. It's this issue and we're trying to fix it. But
You should
I'd buy
probably
that thing.
refund him before he leaves negative feedback. How much was the basketball?
I think it was shipping like $40.
What kind of ball?
What kind of ball?
It was a polo, like Ralph Lauren basketball that I got.
I
for a
remember
buck.
that you finally sold that thing.
Yeah, it was sitting around for a while. The problem is there's not another one, so I can't exactly be like, I'll go buy you it, or
Yeah, it's not available, unfortunately.
there's literally no other ones on the internet. So
Yeah.
I just sold. I had not just sold. I sold last summer. I had the Tommy Hilfiger basketball.
Summer. I just sold last summer.
Whatever. I have a video. You know, I have it, and I had the polo football, but not the polo basketball.
You're
Red,
such
white,
a-
and blue one.
Did you have the polo goofball?
Yeah, I had the polo. Oh, look at a boat.
Yeah, you see that? That's on Lake Oswego. Look,
Ooh.
Oh, look at that.
the,
That's
the
beautiful.
barbecue pit though.
That's a beautiful thing.
Is that a Jaguar? That's a Lexus.
Jack wants to trade their brick barbecue pit. Like, are they serious?
Yes, they're serious because people are ridiculous. Like nobody, like what do you like? I'm gonna come and get dirty bricks from your house for $95. No.
My favorite story ever is when he told that lady that she had nothing but junk and he took her signs.
That's the best story ever told.
By far my favorite Toy Story.
Dude, that I lost an hour of my day because of that.
Yeah, and you took her signs and you pointed them towards like another cell or something.
I just took them. There was no
These are
pointing
mine
them.
now.
I just removed them.
And she knows it was you too.
I hope so. I think I actually told her that I was going to remove her signs. That might have been part of the conversation. Don't quote me on that though. Oh, that's weird. What's happening? I'm looking for Grant's Park. No, it's Grant Park. You dumb butthole.
Hey, so are we all just gonna like? Is the cell walking distance from your
Yes.
shop?
Yeah. No, it's not. The Moreland is on the other side of 99E, so you really need to park in Moreland. But we can stage there or something.
We
I was-
usually find parking early because I like to go right when they open, and
You
then
need to
we
be
just,
there when it opens.
yeah,
and
we
you
just
get-
leave our car
get
in one spot and then
shit.
walk around.
Whoa, dude.
I'm gonna bring my little wagon.
That's a good idea. They'll release the map, and you kind of want to like beyond what people list in their sales. It's not as important as like having a grouping. that
Logistic.
is- yeah, like having a strong grouping where there's a bunch of them together.
See, I'm
Yeah.
starting at Magpie Ethel's house because I like her sale and I like seeing her, so I always start there.
Mm.
And she's got, I mean, Nicole knows who she is.
You got all those glass. You did crazy good with those glasses.
I know, and that guy is like right around the corner from her. I don't know if he'll still
I've
have
gotten
anything,
some
but-
pretty crazy scores in that neighborhood, but I've also like struck the fuck out too.
I'm not going to like go crazy. Like I'm going to, just see what cool stuff I find. I'm not trying to like, load up or anything. I mean, if I do, that's great, but I just like to go. I like to see what she puts out because she always has fun shit. And then I just walk around and enjoy my day, like in the nice weather.
It's a beautiful neighborhood. It's
It's
a
an
really
amazing neighborhood. I
And
love
you
it
know-
there. I want to live there.
Is Hazel going with you?
She likes to go. And then usually her and Michael like split off and they'll like go find the hot dog stand or whatever. And, last year they found the ice cream and
Des really likes to go to yard sales with me, so I'm debating if I want to bring him or not.
why
But-
not?
He is usually actually very good, and people end up just giving him stuff for free.
That happens to Hazel too, but it's always crap I don't want. Like, here, take
Dude.
these old stuffed animals. And I'm like, no.
No,
Yeah,
no.
If I
Des
take
gets,
Lenny
like-
with me, like all of a sudden she has 5 like truck cars and like 1,800
Fucking beanie
toy
baby.
things and like I have to like drag I have to have like a trailer behind my car because everyone gives her something.
Des is very selective. We were at a yard sale a couple weeks ago, and someone was trying to give him something. He was looking at it, and then he like put it back, and she was like, "Oh, you can have that," and he was like, "No, I don't want it." Like,
They always want to
Well-
give her stuffed animals. And I'm like, oh, no, that's okay. We have enough stuffed animals. And then she's like, but I fucking want more stuffed animals. I'm like, no,
No,
they're gross.
They are pretty gross.
ugh.
Like, I don't mind selling rare stuffed animals, but I don't want them in my kid's bed.
So I just want to like burn down my old place because we have so much. So what I decided to do, since we had like a month to move, I literally just brought everything over that I wanted, and then I left everything else behind and was like, Joe, take all of that to Goodwill because I haven't looked at any of this stuff in at least a year, which means I
Goodwill
don't
will
need
come
it.
pick it up, dude.
They
Yeah.
will.
Can't you organize a pickup where they come and get it?
Yeah, I think so. But I mean, like, he has to like at least like put it into something, I think.
What is it like? Is it exploded across your landscape?
Yes, the house looks like it's bad because I just like dug through and got the stuff I wanted and left everything else behind.
What would you put the value of the stuff that's left behind?
I don't know.
Like, is it more than $3,000?
Why is that their threshold to come and get stuff?
No, but I think so. Jacob has two buddies, and they're both like scrappers, and they'll just go and clean a place up, and they're actually really good. He's got this guy Terry and this other guy Jacob. They call him Little Jacob, but he sells stuff online, and he would rather get something for free and sell it for $10 than pay for something.
But he'll clean the space.
Absolutely, yeah, I'll clean it.
What?
Tell him it's part of the deal.
Yep.
What about
But
like?
it needs to
have the
have,
cleaning supplies ready
value,
every
though.
day.
He's not going to come and do it for fucking free. You know, like the stuff needs to be sellable and sortable. You know, it needs to be reasonable.
Yeah. But I mean, like, will they take like the furniture and stuff too?
If it's useful, yeah.
I have like a bunch of IKEA bookshelf things and like.
Are they made of metal?
No, that's the thing. It's not like I don't think scrappers want any of the crap in there.
Okay.
They're not like people that I'm looking for.
These are not the people you are looking for.
I know that if I put like the bookshelves and the tables and stuff on whatever OfferUp, I'll probably be able to get a little bit of money out of them. I just don't know if I want to deal with it or not.
Fucking give them away. Give
Craigslist,
everything away. Don't fuck with it.
That's how I feel about it. Also, I just don't want to bring
Exactly.
that much.
Just fucking do it.
I want the great thing about this house right now is there's nothing in it, and I kind of want to keep it that way.
Good. Get rid of all the other shit. Seriously.
None of it matters.
None of it matters, exactly. You got it fucking cheap.
I took 2 blue IKEA bags, and I was like, all my clothes that I'm keeping have to fit into these 2 IKEA bags. That's it. Nothing else. I'm not taking anything else. So I went through my closet and was like, if I don't like this, I'm not like, if I better love it because I don't have that much room in these IKEA bags.
I have 2 shirts and a sock. That's all I have.
I know you left the other sock in San Jose.
I'm cleaning up all the rooms as I'm leaving, and I'm like, he left like 2 pairs of socks here.
That's why you don't have anything, Corey.
I don't like things.
Water all over myself.
I have socks on right now.
One
Okay,
of your
so-
2 pairs.
You have like traveled all over and stuff, Corey. When you like, I don't have any like mementos. Things don't mean anything to me, right? Like because we
We're
moved
in
so
the
much when I was
same
a
boat.
kid. I don't have
Nothing.
like any.
My
possessions.
grandfather carved boats, and he carved me a boat when I was like born, and that's one of the only things I have. I mean, I have nothing else. Like, I don't have any pictures. I don't have any furniture. I don't have any mementos. My father is he's like a fucking Taoist. He doesn't believe that. He believes that material possessions don't lead to anything but grief. So, and he taught me that my entire life. So I literally, even though I like my car, I take care of because I need it. But like if I lose 100 pairs of sunglasses every year, and I just don't care.
Right. Well, that's how I basically am. But where was I going with this? Yeah,
we have the same
like,
birthday.
yeah. But I worry that like my kids are not going to be that way, and that they're like too attached. Like Delilah's very attached to her things, and it drives me nuts.
So I have a slightly different perspective for you. When I moved out of my house when I was 18, I took a train from New Jersey to California, and I could only move with what I could fit in like one suitcase. And I was like, I basically threw out everything else that I owned because I was like, fuck it, who cares? You know, I can't wait to get away from this life, right? So I just got rid of a ton of shit and basically moved with like clothes, and that's it. And then now I'm, 33 years old and I have a kid, and I'm like, fuck, I wish I had some of those things to share with her and to show her and to have these memories of, a different time, and also to look back in a reflective way of like, wow, look at where I am from where I was. So I feel like there's a detriment to hoarding and keeping everything. And I also feel like there's a detriment to getting rid of everything. So I think you just need to be selective about the things that you keep. And you need to think of like, is this something that is important to like my family history? Is this something that my kid is going to find something in? Are they going to find some appreciation in? Is there some sort of like a historical aspect to it?
Yeah, but that's like if your grandfather was like a master, my grandfather was like a master artist. He's like and was an actual master, and that is something that I have, right? But like my Transformer that I had in 1984, like who fucking cares? Or my Nintendo.
But I think that that's all subjective, right? Like, because I don't have anybody in my family that was like some, super amazing artist or whatever. But there are still things from them that I wish that I had, just as a form of connection. Now, not everybody finds that important, so you need to decide that, but you can't decide that for your kids.
Well, and I see it very different. Like, Des doesn't care. He thinks he's already moved in. He's got 2 pair of shorts and a t-shirt. Literally, that's it in his thing. And he's like, cool, I moved in. There's a bed here. Got some underwear. And then
I got some drawers.
Who literally is like obsessed with her possessions, and she always has been. I have pictures of her when she's like a year old. She has 5 bags on, trying to leave the house because she thinks she needs to take everything with her.
Well, you also can't predict, what people will be like at some point in the future. So you can't base how you live your current life off of what your kids may or may not want in 20 whatever years. So you just need to do whatever's right now. Like if you're like, I don't want all of this stuff coming to the house because it doesn't mean anything and I don't care, then make peace with that and be fine with it.
Yeah.
Because in the future,
there's certain things that are not replaceable. So like that is not replaceable, right? Like, there's not going to be another one of those. I cannot replace that. It's like an original piece of art that was painted by a friend, and they're dead. So it's not replaceable. Now, this wine glass is replaceable.
Of course.
This Lego man, I can find another one,
Like, I have nothing from my childhood except for, like, a handful of photographs. I have nothing from when I was in school. Nothing like that. And that is important to me. I wish I had that. But I have none of that.
Do too.
I have some of the kids' art, and I have, like, Des's baby blanket. That's important.
Yeah.
I think you know.
Yeah.
I think you know what's important because you
I'm
just said
like,
things that are.
50 stuffed animals in her bedroom don't need to.
No, absolutely not. And you know what?
We also have a different perspective
for a little bit, but she'll get over it. She'll move on.
Exactly. So we encounter 99% of the shit all 3 of us encounter is complete trash, right? So we are aware that that is the ratio of trash to treasure. We know it because we see it every single day. Like it's our job. Yeah. So that perspective changes the way that we feel about things sometimes, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it is important to have like mementos and like things to look back and that sort of thing. So I carry art. Like I don't sell art. I collect it, and it's just that's the memento. Like that, this one was done by my daughter when she was 1, and that was done when she was 2. You know,
Yeah.
so I keep the art that she does, and I keep the art that we purchase, and that's the thing that I take with me, just because that's what I was taught is like the only like it's easy to replace anything that's production for the most part. If it was a possession of my brother's passed away a long time ago, and I have his watch. It's important to me, and I'll give it to my daughter someday. Doesn't work.
Right. I have like a weird. I have like one thing from my childhood, which is like this small book of stamps, and I always somehow like fit it into my suitcase, like because that's pretty much all I had for many years was like a suitcase of stuff. But it was like I remember sitting with my grandfather and like looking through this book of stamps. It's really important to me,
It's awesome though.
and like that's I don't know. It's not art, but it's also not replaceable.
It's totally art. Like the art form of like collecting stamps and stamp production and like I think art stamps are a crazy form of art. I love stamps.
Yeah, and he really loves stamps. He had hundreds and hundreds of books, and I only have this like single one. It's small and like
That's all you need. You don't like that sample is like totally sufficient. You don't need everything. Like a
Absolutely.
little collection is awesome. Yeah, I mean, I don't have in my house. I don't have any pictures of myself as a youth, but I don't
As a
see the
youth?
purpose of it. The 2 youths.
I went to back home, a couple of weeks ago, and other people had pictures of me as a child. Like I went basically on this like timeline hop through like all these families that kind of raised me, and they all had all these pictures of me in like different stages of my life, and that was really weird. Like
You were a
really,
cute kid too.
I was like, whoa. And like my one friend was like, your daughter looks exactly like you. And everyone always says that she looks like Joe. So when I heard that from people, I was like, oh, you're right. She does in this like photo of me. Yes.
I think she looks like you, definitely.
I didn't until I saw the younger pictures of you, and then I was like, oh, now I see it.
She has like this. She has your coconut head.
But Des looks so much like you that sometimes
Dude,
I don't
so
see it in
much.
Des is like my
He's like your little clone. Your Attack of the Clone.
Mini me?
Des is like crazy.
He has your facial expressions. This is really funny.
He's so
He does that.
so ridiculous. Are you gonna bring your daughter over on Saturday?
Yeah.
Good.
My mom's. So they're flying in at like 3. So that's why I was like, I gotta plan it. I gotta figure it out because my mom. So I dropped her off in Colorado, that's where my mom lives, in Denver, and so she's taking her. My mom's taking her back here on Saturday, but they don't arrive until like 4. So I kind of need to like. I need to kind of like check the situation because it's like a long day of flying. They have the connections and stuff, and so I got to take care of them, and that's the only thing. But I'm sure we'll all make it.
Is your mom staying or is she flying right back home?
She's gonna stay until Tuesday, so she would come with us.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I want to meet your mom. I actually really want to meet your mom.
My mom's fucking crazy.
Of course she is. Look at you.
I would never let you guys meet my mother.
Our moms can go hang
My
out.
mother is very nice, but she's very conservative. Like very, very conservative.
How will she
Boy.
feel about like Joe?
She'll be scared of Joe, but it's okay. She's tolerant.
Oh, she's tolerant though, because some people aren't.
I'm joking. Like, what if she's in your fucking house? Like, she'll be fine.
I mean, that doesn't.
You never know. That doesn't mean much.
I mean, I don't know Joe that well, but he seems like a gentle spirit at some.
Yeah, but not everybody sees that though. Oh my god, I'll have to tell the story off air because I'm not gonna go into it. But when my dad was here last year, I was watching one of your videos, Nicole, and my dad just fucking unloaded about Joe. And I lost my
How?
mind on him.
Your dad is like
My dad is now a lot of things that he was not previously. And I was
So
like, you
weird.
don't even know this person. Like, how are you making these judgments? He's like, well, I can see all I need to see.
Yeah, you're blind, bro.
Oh, man. I got into a huge fight till like 2 a.m. about Joe with my dad.
a. I'm so sorry. You never told me this.
At the time, I was like really mad about it. And I told him like all of these amazing things about you guys. And he's like, yeah, but he has a tattoo on his forehead that says no new friends. That's all I need to know. And I'm like, you dick, he wouldn't want to be your friend anyway.
Corey could get that tattoo since he doesn't have friends. He could say no
Corey-
friends ever.
He said that his tattoo will say only associates.
That's true.
No friends ever.
Associates only.
Associates. You guys are lucky that I call you associates.
Thank you so much.
You're so fortunate. Look, I started this channel to associate with you.
I'm so lucky.
God, I hate you. I think is Rob still there?
No, I think
I'm
he
here.
left.
I'm right here.
He got naked. That's why he had to turn
I
off
know
the
he
camera.
took off the tank top and had to like.
When you talk about nostalgia, I thought, Corey, you remember who this is, right? No?
Rob
Yeah, so all
Lowe.
we see is who is the guy in the picture?
Rob Lowe. Like that was. I don't know where that laugh. What the origin or nature of that laugh was.
'Cause I'm an idiot and I didn't realize who it was this whole time.
I
Hey.
guess Rob thinks he looks like Rob Lowe or something.
Rob,
I think I look like Rob Lowe. I don't think I look like
you
Rob
have
Lowe.
your camera turned off.
Oh, you can't see me?
No, that's why I asked if you were there, you big goof.
I'm right here. I could see myself.
It just
Yeah,
keeps
no
getting better.
shit. Do you have a mirror in your room?
I can see you. I can see everybody else. Why? You guys can't see me?
No.
We just said no.
We haven't been able to see you for like 40 minutes.
I thought you left.
Yeah, I thought that your like phone died or something.
Really?
Really?
I just read the chat. My daughter does not like she doesn't like Goodwills because she doesn't like things that are disorganized or dirty. So she's like, why is this like this is not right. Like this isn't normal. Like a shop shouldn't be like this. Everything should be organized and not dusty.
I'm really excited for when our kids get a little bit older and they'll start to know each other at this point, right? And so they'll just complain the whole time to each other about like Goodwills and thrift stores.
I don't think I don't even know what the fate of Goodwill is going to be at this point.
What's your theory?
I feel like well they built some new stores, but I feel like they're just going to continue to use those stores to sell junk, and they're just going to get better and better and focus more resources on pulling anything of any value and selling it online.
Oh, they're gonna get better at what they're doing right now.
They're so much better than they were a year ago and 3 years. Like I could walk into a Goodwill 3 years ago and pick up a pair of like original Air Jordans, and like it wouldn't be a big deal. They're picking out, I would say, what do you like, 85% probably, 15%. 15% of the awesome shit still stays there, and maybe it's either they don't have the processing power or they just put it out there so because they have to, or maybe I don't know. I don't know what their strategy is, but they definitely do not like resellers, even though they are themselves resellers. They disparage resellers, certainly, which makes me not want to do business with them.
Do you think they locally they do? I mean, I feel like most of the people at our Goodwills are pretty fine with resellers.
Not the management.
Really?
Really.
You mean like the way higher up management, because I talk to like the regular managers at the stores all the
Yeah,
time.
but they
and-
just want to talk to you and have a good time. Yeah, I'm talking about the people who make the policies.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Mhm.
They are
I could probably
creating
see that.
policies to restrict reselling.
Are they?
Absolutely.
Also,
That it's part of their modus operandi. Like you'll see in some stores, like I was in a store in where was it? It was in Longview, Washington, and there was a sign that said no scanning, like no scanning books and stuff, like
What?
signs saying like not to scan things, and it's like, why the fuck do you care if I scan things? Like you
Buy
ask
it.
for a price, so
I've seen that at estate sales.
really.
Really?
Yes.
I've never seen that. See, estate sales here know that they're bread and butter. Here, I would say it's somewhere between 80 and 90% of people who buy from estate sales here in Portland are resellers. And like the estate sale companies absolutely know that and they cater to them.
They have to.
I agree. I'm just saying, like, I've been to estate sales and there have been signs at the door that say like no scanning.
Yeah.
One
well,
of them
like,
said no cell phones. And I was like, okay,
No
yeah,
cell-
come at me, please.
no cell phones. What
No
is
cell
What?
phone.
what do you like? Yeah. Go.
I'm like, take it from me then.
I don't want you to know anything. So
Maybe I have.
I mean, the $80, $90. I found a pair of shoes today at the Goodwill on Broadway, $100 for a pair of used shoes. For me, those kind of things are like they're like we're restricting resellers. We're taking
Yeah.
those items. We're putting high prices. We don't care. We don't care if we sell it. We'll just get rid of it. Like if we can't get the price, we'll just get rid of it. It goes to half price. It doesn't sell. We get rid of it. That way, we don't have to sell it to resellers.
where are those? Okay, where are the? They're not going to the bins.
I told you they're going into Gaylords now. So if you go to the one on the one on MLK, now they have these Gaylords in the back, and like I was looking and they were partially filled, and I can't say whether this is like the total truth, but I kind of like was kind of glaring back there, and it looked like shoes that were on the shelf previously. So what I think is when they don't sell, they're creating Gaylords, and then they're wholesale selling those out. And the other reason that I think that's the case is there's a place called Salvage Goods. It's on Burnside, where Burnside meets Sandy. And dude, I rolled up and there were just like 6 giant Gaylords of used shoes that they just pushed off a truck. It wasn't a Goodwill truck, but that doesn't
What was
mean
it called?
It's called Salvage Goods. You've never heard of Salvage Goods?
No, do they sell things?
They probably have 50,000 pieces of clothing in there right now, and they probably have 2,000 pairs of shoes.
Wait,
But they
Salvage
didn't sell
Goods?
shoes. Salvage Goods. It's on Burnside, between like I think it's Cooch on the other side or whatever, and Burnside.
no.
It's the biggest thrift store in Portland, probably Portland proper, besides the Goodwills. It's called Salvage Goods.
Why have I never been here before? Are they expensive? Like, what's the deal with this place?
Stupid shit. It's like your bargain basement. Lots of snapbacks, lots of bags, lots of shoes. There were so many T-shirts. My arm got tired. I could
Why
not.
don't you go here more often? Is it?
There's just so much stuff. It's hard to sift through. So this is a crazy score. So I walked in there one day and there were made in the USA, not Jansport, what's it? Eastpak bags. It was like a closeout from like an outdoor store in the fucking 80s or early 90s. And they had new old stock Eastpak USA lifetime bags for $3. And I bought, there were like 100. And these are like, these are $100 bags. They're amazing. It was like the one that Marty McFly wore, the burgundy one that he wore in Back to the Future. But I haven't really experienced anything like that there since then. And that was like maybe like 2 years ago.
Wait, so you think Goodwill is sending stuff there?
I think they're buying things from Goodwill. I think it's one of the places that's buying from Goodwill, and I think that Goodwill is no longer sending anything that is really resellable to the bins anymore. I was there today, like I walked in the bins, the shoes came out, and it was like, dude, when the shoes came out, it smelled like cat.
Yeah, the shoes
like
have
a
been
cat sex party. It was
the
fucking
shoes
disgusting.
have been so bad. They used to be so good at our bins. They've been so bad lately.
No, it's
Brands
because
or
they're gay, like the leather stuff. There's no more leather stuff at the bins. Where's it going? It's going to half pint leather. It's obvious. Obvious they have distributorships. Now they have a certain amount of volume, and if you have to be able to get into those distributorships. And I think that they're by contract. But imagine getting Gaylords of the shoes that didn't sell from Goodwill. They would be mostly crap.
Wow.
I mean, it's Franco Sarto all day over there. Maybe you got them cheap enough, you could probably sell them, but
I mean, I sold a pair of Franco Sarto for $100 the other day.
how?
But that's not normal.
No.
That was a weird. I was like, wait, what just happened? That was
Like
not.
Isaac Mizrahi for Target and shit like that. No, but so they have changed their strategy completely. So I used to be able to buy this 3 years ago, top electronics, amazing JBL speakers, beautiful stuff. And now it's like old vacuum cleaners and like broken like microwaves. There are literally no good electronics anymore. I mean, just none. So they are doing something with that stuff. It's going somewhere.
I mean, it's still coming in. So yeah, where is it going now?
I think that it's going to electronics recyclers who are paying a little bit more. It's going to wholesalers like Pinto, whatever it is, half pint leather. It's going to places like Salvage Goods where they don't care. They're getting shoes for 25 cents a piece because they're buying the whole Gaylord and they're selling them for $6 or $7.
Well, I think that the whole people don't realize this, but the reselling game is changing dramatically in all aspects. So Tony owns like a children's resale store. She's been in business for like 15 years now. And, her main source before was like bigger items like cribs and strollers and stuff like that. Like the clothing was like great extra money, but what actually made money was like the big items. And now literally that no one sells big items. No one's coming in and buying those items anymore because they're just buying them direct. You know what I mean? Like Facebook Marketplace. Like they cut her out basically. And so it's changing on a lot of fronts. And I think we all need to be very aware of that and consider all these other aspects that are happening.
Yeah, I think I think that people donate out of convenience, but you have to figure out how to make money better than convenience. And the economy will change. The economy goes through cycles, and we're in a cycle where Amazon is king and convenience is king. Cash isn't king, convenience is king, but that won't stay the same forever. But when it changes, you want to be the guy who has the stuff. Also, Donald Duck just basically put a giant trade embargo with China, meaning
tariffs.
Yeah, it's.
Wait, what happened?
It's a 25% tariff, so that's like an embargo. It's like it went from 0 to 25%.
Well, basically, the products that would be imported, whatever products that they put the tariffs on, like for example, they put a tariff on steel.
They put a tariff on shoes.
They put a tariff on a lot of stuff. They just announced a lot of tariffs.
Get as much stuff as you can that is in the box and put it away for fourth quarter because things might get rough.
Wait, what?
Donald Trump is putting a 25% import tax on produced goods from China.
Yes.
What's that going to do to prices? It's going to push them up
Increase.
40% because they have to pay the 25% plus the tax.
Well, that
This
is the
just
tax.
happened.
Whoa.
Like they have to pay an additional 25% in the import taxes, but then they still have to pay like the money isn't equal. There's a return, so you need a return, right? So you have to add a percentage for the return.
Well,
They're not just going to be like, oh, they charge us 25% more, so we're going to charge you 25% more. That's not how business works.
no, of course. It's gonna get it could get very ugly.
It's
With the
going to
tariff
get
war.
ugly, and
It
we
could
are
get
in. We are all in a great position, by the way,
Why do you
It could
say
get
that we're in a great position? Because
because we have access to
Yeah.
the goods that are already here in the country.
yeah. The stuff that we can finagle from those estate sales.
But isn't the people who are in the better position people like Goodwill? Like, we're not in that good a position because we're
Actually,
still buying.
no, because once
No.
people realize there's more value to it, they'll be less willing to donate it.
Well, I think that's a little bit far off. I think that it's a difference between. I think when you look at, say, the consumer, that it's like you say you have a pair of Nikes, right? That came out a couple years ago that you've bought at an estate sale. It's you as the seller versus Nike the store, and Nike the store is getting that tariff basically pushed into the price. So if that sneaker was, say, $100, now it's $125 for argument's sake. So if you have it at that cheaper price, you really have that benefit over the quote unquote
They've
legit
already
way to buy
paid the
something.
tariff. If it was a lost leader and you picked it up, they've already paid the tariff. But there is no tariff on shoes right now, so that's why they're so cheap.
It started with the steel tariff. It's to protect. Well,
George Bush got rid of the tariffs on textiles, shoes, synthetic goods, like all kinds of stuff.
because the consumer pays it, the tax. They don't pay it in China. We pay it here, and it's in addition to
Well,
the
the
payment.
company, it's FOB, so when the item arrives, the tax must be paid, and that is paid by the receiver, which is the company who vends
But
the
that's
item.
passed on to the customer.
Correct, and it's not just passed on as 25%; it's passed on
Yeah, it could be
with
more, of
a
course.
VIG. Absolutely. So make sure you got some shoes, children, because things could get difficult. Because the price of shoes might double.
What?
Yeah, basically, a lot of these tariffs were to placate the unions in the Midwest because that's where a lot of his votes came from the Midwest states, where they have this. They call it
I
the
just
Rust
think he
Belt.
likes
state.
to pick. I think he likes to kind of pick fights, and he really doesn't have an end game. So it's like, hey, I can pick a fight here.
All right, his end game is that he's going to be out of office in a couple of years, and what does he care anyway?
Well, if he satisfies those states that want the tariffs, you have those states like Wisconsin, Ohio, Michigan. They want high tariffs because they are producers. They produce steel and produce other things like that.
Dude, there's
in those
no
factories in
way.
those states.
There's no single entity in the United States. I mean, even if you combine them all, you can't even match the production of a single Chinese factory. You
I
could take
understand, but
all of the U.S. production of shoes, and one Chinese factory will produce probably twice as much.
But the point is, as far as election, if he's those states is how he won the election with those North Midwest states. So if he
I'm not even saying there
satisfies
shouldn't
those
be.
states-
I mean, that's how governments support themselves. I'd rather there be tariffs than be paid taxes, but that's not going to be the case anyway.
you get both.
Just because there's no tariff, and these companies actually they're not producing anything of value to the actual U.S. economy besides production goods. They're not. The jobs don't meet company growth. You know, there's huge furloughs, there's giant bonuses for the administration, all that stuff. Well, that will be swiftly eaten up by tariffs.
Sure.
I think he thinks that tariffs are going to bring production back to the United States, and it's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
There's just no infrastructure. doesn't exist. It's like, oh, we're gonna raise pigs.
No, I mean,
Right.
the only thing it's going to do is make it so people can't afford anything.
Correct. Which the government really likes because they want people dependent on the government. I mean, I think that's one of the basic tenets of government.
But Corey, what
But
you're saying is right. But I'll give you a big but.
Hmm.
It will give remember, perception is reality. So you're saying, which I agree with, that yeah, they can't match this production from the overseas. It's not possible. But it will increase a little bit, which perception is reality. So certain people living in those states, if they live in those states and they see increase just in their area, even though it could be on the grand scheme, it's a small level, they see an increase. So they say, wow, these tariffs are great. Look, it just saved our union jobs. So that's what happens. And then when they keep the jobs, they get the support in those states. Those states are the critical
yeah, they
control
want
the
states like
entire country.
Ohio, these linchpin states. But
That's all. That's the whole election is right there. Is Ohio, Michigan,
back
all
to
that
the
around that?
back to the unleveled tangent. It's like if now there's 100% tariff on electronics, like Sony Electronics.
Mhm.
Imagine what that does to used electronics. It puts us in a place where
Yes.
like those things are much more valuable, especially if you have backstock. Now,
Yeah.
none of these things might happen, and I could be completely wrong, but I've kind of seen this coming for a while.
Yeah. So
really
basically,
I feel like we serve a giant marketplace service that is not replaceable. So check it out. The economy gets better. People have more money to spend, so they buy more things. They might choose to buy some of those things used, but they have more money. So we do better, right?
Yes.
Economy grows, we do better. What other position where you can be in and the economy shrinks, people are unwilling to buy new because it's a splurge, but they need it, so they want to buy it because they need shoes. But they'll buy you shoes because they're $40 and not $95, and they won't even think about it. They'll just
honestly, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, I think that people, like if you said it's a situation where the economy worsens and people don't have the money, I don't think that they're really going for the used New Balance special edition sneaker. I think they're just gonna go down to the Payless store.
There's no Payless anymore, bro. There's no Toys R Us. All that shit is gonna close before all this shit happens.
Oh, basically,
All these
Nicole,
department
you want
stores
to
are
see
going
tariffs?
fucking
Tariffs
under.
will be good for us.
Also, people don't want to wear shitty Payless shoes. They want to wear shoes that they like, and they're willing to, if they can get them at below market, they're going to. And it seems like a better deal when prices are inflated too. I mean, listen, in Argentina where prices are crazy, I can sell a Sony Walkman, like a Sony Sports Walkman, for $85
Wow.
all day, because there are no consumer products on the market because the taxes are so fucking high.
Yeah, like I don't even think you can like they have 100% tariffs on a lot of items.
Chinese electronics is 200%.
Why do they have that? What's the? I'm so confused about this stuff.
Why?
It's to protect their industry.
It's to protect their industry, but they don't produce CD players.
I know,
So
but it's the guys. You have to. I'm gonna explain something. Corey and I were already like
it's
talking about
corruption. Actually, is what it is.
It is corruption. He's right. I just want to say, and basically the guys, the spiel, the bullshit is that what the politicians tell the people says, look, we're going to put a tariff on automobiles. So then, because we want to save the job, okay? But really, they just want to help their friends who own the car company that's going to funnel them money. That's what it really is about. It's, they're going to get political contributions from somebody who owns a car company. But the tariffs in general, like in countries like Brazil, in Argentina, they really fuck the people really bad. And like if you wanted to buy simple things like an iPhone or something like that, you literally have to pay double, triple the price, even though they don't even produce the damn thing in the country. That's why he's saying the Walkman that would cost $20 here, you can sell for $80. I had a friend of mine. I used to hang out with this Brazilian girl. So my car, I was driving a beat up 1997 Ford Explorer, and I don't know how the conversation went, but I went on the eBay of Brazil. The car I had paid $1,200 here was literally like 10 grand, worth 10 grand in Brazil. And I had to do the conversion like 100 times. I'm like, it can't be right. I literally made sure I'm doing what they use, Real or whatever it's called. I checked it. It's literally my car that was $1,500 was $10,000 in
Check
Brazil.
it out. Check this out. For real talk. So when I moved to Argentina when my kid was born, we moved to Argentina for like 2 years. They gave me a pass so that I could import a 20-foot container of my own stuff. Well, I came back here and went to the bins for like, I don't know, 40 days, and I filled a container of stuff from the bins, like records and everything you could imagine, clothing, and it was like somewhere between $2,000 and $3,000, and it sold for roughly $45,000.
Wait, so you didn't take any of your own stuff? You just literally filled it with other stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Is that illegal?
Yes. It's actually not illegal because it's my stuff. It was illegal for me to sell it, but who fucking cares?
Because then it's no longer personal effects. It's now.
Is that what a lot of people
It was
do?
personal effects, and I decided to sell it. Whatever.
Yeah.
I was allowed that amount of stuff to bring into the country.
How did you get past those passes? I bet those passes are worth a lot of money.
The what?
I bet the pass alone could have sold for a lot of money.
Well, you can't sell the pass. You have to. I had to be there to vouch for the stuff and say this is my stuff and like show them. Like I was like, yeah, this is my collection of this. This is my. I had like basically like a pallet of Nerf guns. Because okay, so Nerf guns, you can't import Nerf guns because they feel like they can be simulated as weapons, but you can bring them in as your personal property. So like one of those little Nerf guns, they start at $60 and they go up to almost $1,000.
Why? Because kids really want them that bad?
Yeah.
People are willing to pay for them because you can't get them. I mean,
yeah. What's the economy like there? Can people afford this stuff?
Yeah, because nobody pays taxes.
And you gotta remember, it's a small to sell that one Nerf gun. It's a small percentage of people who can afford it. So it's not like the masses are buying it. Remember, you got a country, you got millions of people living in Argentina. So
yeah,
even if you only have a few people that have that money to buy it, they're gonna still buy it. It doesn't matter about you could have 80% of the population that gets broke. Doesn't matter. You have 20% that has money.
Yeah, it's in the southern hemisphere, so it's pretty cool. Like Christmas is during the summer, so it's a great combination of everything because like in November I got the container in the country and then started listing things up. They have a website called Mercado Libre, free market. It's like it's owned by eBay partially, but there's no fees. No fees. And listen, people ask you questions and you respond to their questions, then they buy the item and you meet them and they pay you in cash. It's fucking amazing.
And you just hope you don't get fucking killed.
No, there's a reputation. There's a social proof system. So if people don't have any feedback, you just don't meet them.
Yeah, Corey, you have to do like the little research. Find prices on Mercado Libre that are like ridiculous prices.
Dude,
and then
I'll show you right now. You want to see?
Yeah, when I sold my car for 10 grand.
I mean,
when I saw the first thing I thought of, how do I get my car down to Brazil and sell it for 10,000? That's all I thought about.
I was selling. I brought 4 Nintendo Switches with me when I went for this December, and I sold them for $1,000 each right before Christmas.
Yeah, I kind of was involved with something like this too.
$1,000 each. Then I brought the Tamagotchis. I was the only people went fucking crazy. Like you couldn't even sell Tamagotchis here. I brought like the 40 Tamagotchis that I bought, and they sold for like $40 to $50 a piece in a couple of days. I mean, it was just crazy because you just can't get it. I had some Teddy Ruxpins, and this guy was like, "Can you get me a Teddy Ruxpin? I need this Teddy Ruxpin doll. I will pay up to $400 for a Teddy Ruxpin doll." And I'm like, "Fuck."
We take for granted in America we
Well,
have
they're
supply.
huge. I mean, how are you gonna like get one of those
Yeah,
boxes?
box is like this fucking big. It was as big as my suitcase.
I mean, you might as well
Nintendo
just take a bunch of
Switches are-
Tamagotchis for the size of that box.
This is precisely the reason why I did not bring a Teddy Ruxpin. But that was the
Like,
worst
no one has
retail
it, and you
arbitrage.
guys, like,
That was my worst retail arbitrage ever.
I saw this. I still see them in your office.
I haven't put them up for sale because the price tanked, so I'm just waiting for a while.
Oh, you're just holding on to them?
Yeah. I'm not gonna sell them right now. I want to wait for Christmas.
Do you think they'll go this year though?
Well, it was a huge flop, right? I mean, huge
It was
flop.
supposed to be the toy of the year.
Well, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
And they had huge production problems, and like the original ones like do this weird yapping sound, like, and it has like black eyes. I mean, it's like Five Nights at Freddy's, that fucking thing. I do a video. There's a video where I take my daughters and I put it on here. It's like, "Come play with me tonight."
No, I feel like there wasn't really a hot toy this year.
No. Oh, there was the Hatchimal surprise. The surprise thing. The LOL
the
surprise.
LOL, yeah. Fingerlings went really well too for a while.
But I mean, they were still like
$50 a piece. So I put up LOL. I brought 8 Series 1 LOL dolls that I randomly found at Fred Meyer. They were mixed in with the Series 2s and 3s or whatever. I found 8 of them. They were just randomly mixed in. I brought them to Argentina. I put them up for auction. They sold on average for $50 a piece. The little ball. $50 a piece. They were like $8 or $7 or something.
I mean, I was still seeing those like in stores though, randomly around. I mean, I'm saying like there wasn't like a toy that was like so good this year.
I couldn't find an LOL surprise thing. The whatever the big surprise. I didn't find one anywhere. And
Really? I saw them on shelves randomly because Delilah really wanted one, and I was debating on buying it. But I saw
they
them.
were like $60, right?
Yeah, and they were like selling for like 100, and it was like that's not.
They were selling for up to $250 in the US
What?
before Christmas. Oh yeah,
Well, clearly I've missed the boat.
yeah. But I never found.
Here's the
one.
thing about all those toys, and I do it every year. Is like even with Hatchimals the year before, you see them on shelves in November.
Mm-hmm.
They're out there on shelves in November, and then you're like, should I get this? Should I? Is it gonna sell for anything? I don't know what to do.
It's a gamble.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard people saying that the Hatchimals were going to happen again, but dude, on December 15th, like you could build a castle out of Hatchimals here in Portland.
Oh.
There were so many, and then they made all the other. Oh my god! I think it's the stupidest toy ever, but the Furby.
It is a Furby. It's a Furby that hatches out of a dumb egg.
Yeah, and it's like dumb as shit.
You have one?
A Furby or a Hatchimal?
A Hatchimal.
No, fuck that.
I really want the Hatchimal still, and I'm just like, no, you don't need one. No.
Mila wants one too, and I go, no, they're dumb. I'm straight up with her. I'm not gonna be one of those parents that's like up at 3:00 in the morning to get her like the dumb shit of the year. I showed her a video of it. I was like, this is what it does, and that's it. And she's like, I want one. I was like, look at it. I was like, I will go buy you something good. I'm not buying you something that you're gonna like not care about in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm a bad mom. Don't give a shit.
So I bought Delilah a very expensive American Girl doll kitchen this year for Christmas, and she still plays with it every day.
Oh.
Exactly, because it's a good quality
It's interactive
item.
though. It's useful.
Yeah,
Like
it doesn't
Lenny
make
has a
quality.
kitchen upstairs, and her favorite thing to play with is kinetic sand. Like
Hazel, at that age, Hazel was exactly the same.
Mhm.
And now it's Legos. And I will buy her Legos until the fucking cows come home.
yeah,
They're good quality. They last forever. There's a great resale value for when she doesn't want them anymore.
I try and invest in toys that I can resell. I'm not going to lie about it.
But they're usually quality toys. I mean, there's a correlation there.
Right.
Good. No, quality toys are expensive.
They are.
Not fingerlings. God, they produced so many fingerlings.
That's the other thing is they were, oh, and then there was like the fake ones. But I ordered, so I was gonna do a video of like real versus fake, and I ordered some real ones and some fake ones, and when they came, I literally could not tell the difference.
I mean, so they weren't really fake. They were just real ones.
No, but I mean, they were like, you know, the $2-3 ones that you could get on the internet.
That's because crap is still crap.
I know that's the thing. It's like they're still made at the same factory. They're still crap.
Yeah.
Like,
Could still be at the same factory. That's why.
Yeah, I mean, dude, when I was in Vietnam, I bought like several pairs of Solomon shoes, exact specs, obviously made in the same factory with like they had different color stitching or something, you know? It's like they were like $7, $4.
what?
Cheap as shit. It's funny, like in Vietnam, they produce Columbia, and they just leave the factory on for a while and just let the stuff go out. There's so much Columbia shit in Vietnam. It's crazy.
Oh, they do?
Oh, dude, crazy, crazy, crazy. North Face. So you can buy North Face jackets for like $7-8.
What?
Absolutely. There's counterfeit ones, but there are real production ones that they're just overproduction. They change some tooling, but they're authentic. I mean, they are made in the same factory by almost the same specs. What they'll do is they'll take slightly like lower grade materials and just run the same programs. And so
Also, they probably reinspect. Like, you know, you always see those tags in there, inspected by number 55 or something.
yeah, right. They just make those stickers.
So I was gonna say those stickers are just mass produced and put on like a.
Just to make it look like, oh, we're checking our stuff out.
When I bought all this stuff from the Nike person or whatever, like all this stuff, like I have the hat. I know the hat factory that this was made in. I kept the little stickers that, you know, I took them off the hats or whatever. But like we could probably have these hats made. 40, 50,000. Money talks and bullshit walks. And as long as they don't know, I don't care. I'm not saying I want to do that, but I'm just saying like they just want money. Like they want the jobs. They'll produce the stuff. They'll ship it. They don't care.
Yeah. All right, peace out, y'all. It's 3 a.m. in the
Oh my
morning. What's so funny?
Why do you say that? What time do you get up in the morning?
What time? I'd
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
get up the same time you guys get up.
I get up at 6.
Yeah, so for me, that's 9. What?
I get up at like 8 or 9. So
Must be nice.
Yeah, I don't. It depends. Look, and it's funny too because like if I got to do other work, it's hard to wake up. But if there's an estate sale, I had to get to one estate. Like Corey was talking about before with the map. When you look at the map at a time, I had to get. There was one sale starting 9 o'clock, but I got there at like 7:30 to get a number, and then I had to run to another estate sale to put the sale starting at 10. Had to put my name down to start the other sale, and then run back, and then buy what I had to buy quick, and then make sure I get to the other one before they start calling numbers. But Corey, you know what I'm saying. That's the hustle. You know, you got to get the right numbers, and then you got to think, okay, which sale is going to be the better one, or who's going to hook me up.
No, I don't
Life
do
is
that.
rough.
Actually,
Life's real rough.
I get some goat bones and some
God.
and some catfish urine, and I do a little. I
Peace.
just throw the bones.
He's gone. He's like,
did he literally leave?
he literally left.
He
Only
literally-
he's allowed to ramble on.
I mean, I just find like that sale that you and I went to 2 weeks ago or whatever. It's like I didn't know there was like crazy vintage Nike like rare ass shirts in there. There weren't
He's having a sale again this weekend. It's supposed to be good.
I didn't see it.
She said next weekend is Father's Day, but then we're having a sale the weekend after that.
Okay, hold on. I need to look now because she's my favorite. I don't know if I told you about the Florsheim shoe samples that I found in one of the houses.
No. She said it was another great house. She announced it. It's in my video.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go back and watch that.
I don't ever watch it.
What?
Said I hope you never watch it. Actually, it's free. It's not. You were there. You don't need to watch it.
Why do you hope I don't watch it? That's not very nice.
Well, because you were actually there, so I'm not sure what value it would add to your life, and I don't want to waste your
I
time.
could see how you dig through the whatever garbage that you dug through.
I did find those stockings.
That was amazing. Did you sell those
Yeah, they sold for $80.
Nice.
for all three?
Yeah, I probably could have gotten more, but like someone offered me 80, and I was like, yeah, bye. I paid like
Yeah,
nothing.
I would definitely take that. You paid $1 a piece for them or something.
Yeah, something dumb like that. And some lady was like, you missed there was matching tree skirts there that you didn't see. I saw them in the video.
Ew. Wait,
Oh.
hold on. It's PDX Estate Services.
Do you guys have business cards already?
No.
No.
Do, but I need some more. Why?
I'm just curious what yours look like.
Mine, I need to, before I order the next ones, I really want to put PDX Estate Services. Peerless. Peerless is having one on the 30th. I don't see PDX in here.
Go to her actual website.
It's PDX Estate Services. Live dog. Sales. Oh. No, let's see. That was last week. 2 sales this weekend. June 23rd, 24th, no sales. June 30th, July 1st, Southwest PDX, incredible downsizing sale. So that's the one she was talking about. You heard?
Mm-hmm.
I've done so well with them. I mean, I've struck out a couple times, but the majority of her sales are. She's very professional, so she doesn't fuck around with things that suck. She just won't do it. So you always know that there's like volume. That's the one thing. There is volume. She will. I would say like 30% awesome deals, 70% tough. And, the second day is usually really good. But
Yeah, I was talking to the lady. They all watch my videos. I'm sure they know. They know who you are too, actually.
oh yeah, they love me.
No, but they watch you. So
Fuck.
hi.
Ooh.
They watch me.
Through your window mostly, but
But my point is, she was saying that I asked about the clothing, and she was like, "Yeah, there was so much clothes here that like we had a professional pricer come in and price everything."
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've been to some of her sales that are they're just so many things. It's like,
Well,
how did you even do this?
I'm looking at like her pastels, and I'm just like, how does someone have this many things?
I went to one and it was like, there were like hundreds of packs of Kodak paper. This was like last summer. Hundreds of packs of Kodak paper, hundreds of toner cartridges, like stacks of electronics to the ceiling in the entire basement. Like a lot of it, like she was like, sorry, I couldn't even, there was so much stuff I can't even price it. Like just start bringing it up. So I just had IKEA bags and a friend and like, you just fill your fucking car. But I mean, the lady, they all know me there, so they all know me, and it's good. You want them to know you. You really do. Like they want to move stuff, and they are totally aware that resellers are their bread and butter.
Yeah, they
And,
were super nice to me. Like
they're so fast and so professional, right? They're not
the
like it's
owner
not like
like came over and bagged my stuff when she saw that I walked up. Like she left what she was doing and came over to bag me. It was very specific. I could, like I was like, oh, you want to like come talk to me, basically.
she knows how to market. Like look at her. Look, how many people were behind us in line?
Oh my gosh! It literally the video. You should watch the video clip. Just of the line itself was literally hundreds of people.
Yeah, there's at least 150. I would say 150 people online.
It wrapped so far the camera couldn't even see all the people.
Well, That's because she's a great marketer.
Where does she
No other
like?
sales have the amount of people that she has, but she markets to the broader audience, right? But there's still tons of resellers that come to her sales. So, I mean, some of the most amazing things, like I sold Ansley some of these like clip-on Chanel earrings that were really amazing, and I picked up. I mean, it was like they were like less than $20 a pair, and they were like half a dozen pairs, and they were all authentic, and nobody like. I don't know if they just didn't know, or I mean, I was like, I don't know, because I went to other sales before, and I walked in, I was like probably the 150th person, and just like walk up and buy amazing vintage Chanel shit for like $20 $20 a pop. But we all like sometimes it's hard to remember that like we're like I'm very loose with capital. Like for me, like business is capital. Like I need to spend money to make money, and that's like a mantra. But a lot of people aren't like that. They're cheap. Like they want to buy stuff for $1 or $2, and that's
Yeah,
what they
that's
want
what
to
I've
do.
noticed is like I'm willing to spend money to buy things that I can sell for a good profit, but a lot of people are not.
Lynn's the kind of person who too would be like, "Oh wow, this is full of Louis Vuitton shit. Like you buy Louis Vuitton shit, I'll call you first. I'm just not gonna put it in the pictures. I'm gonna call you. Come by, come give me a good offer. I'll sell it to you."
Right,
She
because she
doesn't.
doesn't
She's
care.
not. She's not like all the stuff needs to be here. Blah, 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 like that kind of goofball attitude. She's like, I'm trying to make money for the business and my client, and I respect that, right? Because she's like, we have to get rid of that. At the same time, we have to get rid of this stuff.
Yeah, she yelled at someone for sitting on a couch. Like she literally came over and she's like, "Can you not sit on the couch? We're trying to sell that."
Well, you
Literally
shouldn't be
said, oh no,
sitting.
she
It's
said,
not.
"Please don't sit on the couch that we're currently trying to sell."
I like it.
I almost guarantee you, if I sat on that couch, she wouldn't say that.
Well, they were like reading a book.
Yeah, it's like so they walked into the house, took a book off the shelf which they didn't purchase, sat down and started reading it, and
Yeah.
they're interrupting like the flow of things. Like she ain't
She
gonna
was
put up with
not
that
gonna
shit.
have it. I was like,
I
"Oh,
wouldn't put up with that shit either, though.
how does
You-
tell me how estate sales work? How do they get money? Do they
So there's three different ways things happen, right? So there's full sales, right? Where first the family comes in or the next of kin and they take what they want. Take whatever they want. And then there's the stuff that's left. Then the estate sale company would say, they usually have like a couple of different business models here in Portland. One is like labor plus a percentage or straight percentage. So, and the average percentage is probably roughly around 40%. So they say, okay, we're going to absorb labor, we're going to absorb everything, we're going to charge 40%. Lynn probably charges 50%. She might charge 60%. I don't know. But that comes with staff, marketing, and a lot of 7 out of 10 of the estate sale companies in Portland, they're outdated. They're run by people who don't know very much. They overprice things. They always have stuff left, and they have to give things away. That is as unprofessional as you can get. If you're running an estate sale company and the goal is to get rid of everything, you should do that, and you should get that customer 40% of the price, as close as you can to what the resale market price is, right? I'm not going to walk into an estate sale and buy a PlayStation 2 for $35 because that's what it sells for. Like I'll pay $12 for it, right?
mm-hmm.
So they have to work from that perspective. People aren't going to estate sales to buy things. Several companies have closed, and there's this, I call it like eBay syndrome, where they go through the house and they find the valuable items and they put an eBay ticket on it. So they take a sold listing and stick it on the item. No. Regular people hate that, and resellers hate that.
Well, yeah, that's why I said like your $60,000 jacket is going to be a yard sale printout pretty soon.
Oh, dude, that'll be amazing.
Someone's
We
gonna
should just have an account. So like, I don't have a limit, so I can start a second account, and that account wouldn't have a limit. So we should just like list crazy shit, like a peanut for $1 million.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and you know that people will print. Like, let me take this water bottle and try and sell this water bottle for $58. Someone is
My
going to print that
soul
out.
is inside of it.
Like, someone's going to print that out and put it on a yard sale thing, and then we'll see if we ever come across one.
Jesus Christ. If I walked up to an estate sale and there's anything like that, I instantly leave. I'm not going to give you your money.
Oh,
If you want to sell it for the eBay price, go sell it on the eBay, because you need an account. You need to be able to take PayPal. You got to wait for your money. You got to deal with customers. You got to handle returns. All of those things denude value, right?
well,
Like,
then clean the item and take a photo of it for starters. Like, half these items aren't even ready to go.
yeah, they're well, it's like this is the Lego 3161, and all the pieces are like dumped in a box, and they're like, yeah, we want $48 for it. It's
Also,
like,
none of them are ever sold listings. It's always active listings.
I know, and sometimes it's ones with bids, so it hasn't even sold yet. It's hilarious.
They're just like, this is
Like,
not.
this is a funny one. So I was on Saturday. Saturday was very unsuccessful sourcing day for me. I had a lot to do at the office, so I wasn't hyper focused. But I went to a few garage sales after the estate sales, and this guy had a box of jeans, right? And they weren't desirable. I'm just telling you, they just weren't desirable.
Mhm.
So I picked a few out that were the more desirable ones, and I put them off to the side. I said, "Hey, how much do you want for these?" And I was willing to pay like 50 cents or $1 or whatever. There was he had just tables of shit, and he was like, "Yeah, those are $6 a piece." And I was like, "You wait, you want $6 a, you want $6 a?" So I dug these out. You don't even know it's here, and you want $6 a piece, or do you want $6 for all of them? He's like, "Oh, $6 a piece," and I was like, "It's kind of a lot." He's like, "Oh, I'll just sell them on Amazon." It's like,
Wait.
you can't sell used clothing on Amazon.
I'll just sell them on Amazon.
Like, you don't even know how to use Amazon. How are you going to sell anything on Amazon? He straight up said, I'll just sell those on Amazon."
I'm just gonna go sell these. Was he serious? Like,
Oh, he was dead fucking serious. He was shotgun dead serious. Like 40 Mile Gaze dead serious. And I don't remember. Like, when people say stupid things, I'm rude. I just am. So
yeah.
I said something rude, I'm sure.
When was this?
This was last weekend.
I want to like just follow you around for a weekend
Why?
because I'm sure the shit that comes out of your mouth is ridiculous.
I
That
can
is what I'm
guarantee
doing this
it.
weekend, basically.
What? I'm
Yeah.
very nice.
I'm gonna follow you. Oh my god, you and Des around at yard sales all day and film it. Des, you can have that for free. No, I don't want that. Like, it has to be something he actually finds value in for him to want something.
Well, that's good though. It's like,
No, I
don't want-
appreciate that about him. It's just like hilarious because the woman was just like, "Wait, what?" Like,
You mean you don't want my garbage?
you mean you're a child who doesn't want me to you don't want to just take things?
I'm going to bed.
Yeah, same.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.